So
money well spent.
Thank you, Andy. You are wearing headphones.
Yes,
and we are not. And the reason why Yasmin and I are not wearing headphones is because this is our Christmas episode.
Yes.
La 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 la.
So we're gonna have Christmas subjects here today. We're gonna say thanks. Oh wait, that's Thanksgiving. Wait, you say thanks on Christmas, right?
I think Christmas is more like Jesus' birthday.
I mean, you can give thanks on any day if you really want.
Hey,
but
that's true.
Hey,
that is true.
Clock that T.
But welcome. This is our Christmas episode. And after this, we're going to have probably a Halloween episode. So we're all over the fucking place. Right?
I love that Izzy made sure it wasn't a holiday episode. It was Christmas.
He said, it's okay to wish me a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
I'm going to buy you one of those shirts.
I do need that shirt.
I dare you. Welcome to Dao Dazed. Thank you for joining us. This is our 40th episode, guys.
Wait, this one's our 40th?
Oh, that's
episode.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to invite Dan, but he's like super sick. But yeah.
I know.
I hope he gets better.
Him too.
Yeah, me too. Spending less love.
Dan is Andy's brother.
Yeah.
We love Dan.
And then literally, I like how Izzy, and speaking of Christmas, because, was it Christmas or New Year's?
For what?
When you guys first met.
Oh, that was Christmas. Yeah.
Literally, the first Christmas, which was last year,
is coming up.
Literally, last year on Christmas, these motherfuckers got drunk as fuck. I was asleep in the room, and then in the morning, they had already planned out a whole Vegas trip, drunk as shit, and they didn't even realize it until like a month later. It was one of those
nights. I don't know if you guys ever had this. It might be a dude thing. I don't know, but it's like you drink like all the alcohol, like all the beers, and then you start going through your liquor cabinet and you finish all that too. Have you ever had one of those nights?
You know what? I get the vibe you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
I don't know
about.
if it's like beer specifically. I would say maybe I go through a case of White Claws, and then I go searching for my Pink Whitney.
Yes.
And that Pink Whitney, the gorilla grip that Pink Whitney has on you.
You have to put it into terms I can understand.
It's impossible for me to hear that without thinking of you, for sure.
Literally,
like 10 people tell me that.
Yeah.
I need a sponsorship from Pink Whitney.
You're right, because we took a shot together of Pink. We took 2 shots of Pink Whitney on your birthday.
Yes.
I make
that. Everyone take Pink Whitney with me.
Yeah. So we don't want to confuse you guys because Yasmin is wearing a witch hat. But it's, I guess, as far as Yasmin goes, that's kind of like a Christmas type. Like,
we couldn't find. I like you're trying to make it seem like she does intentional. We couldn't find a Santa hat.
No, but
we couldn't.
But that looks good because it goes with Wicked, right?
I'm dressed as Elphaba. I have my witch hat and my wand, and I can't hit that note, unfortunately.
Right.
I wish I could, but I guess you could say Halloween is my Christmas.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I could see that, like, that when you're an adult, Halloween's a lot more fun in that you get like 4 weekends of it. You get to dress up and all that stuff.
There's just more stuff to do. Like, there's parties, there's like horror nights and like Not Scary Farm.
And then especially like the fall stuff. I feel like the fall stuff is more Halloween associated than like the pumpkin patch. That's Halloween. Like, even though it's technically not a Halloween thing, I associate pumpkin patches with fall, aka Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And I feel like with Christmas, it's like there's only so much you can do during Christmas.
Yes.
Like, it's one day, first of all. Second of all, I can only watch so many Christmas movies because, as I was telling you earlier,
you know what's so funny? They had I was just watching. I don't know why at work they love putting on Fox 11 News, and they were just saying they were running a clip and they were saying that Mean Girls is the #1 non-Christmas movie that people voted for in California, at least. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, because I feel like that's one of the most iconic scenes of the movie.
Absolutely.
Without getting, I don't want to get too political. It's just more of a question, and we're going to stay on Christmas. Don't worry about that. But
we're putting the Christ back in Christmas.
For Fox 11 News, do they like Donald Trump?
They're Fox News.
Okay, no, but I know like there were certain times, especially during the primaries, where they didn't like him as much as they liked other traditional Republicans.
I think
before he became their only choice.
Okay, so that's
like
that's
initially,
my question,
I don't think so. Like they would have had more of like a real Republican, but then they were like, "Oh fuck, we're stuck with this guy."
Yeah.
And then I feel like, as with all Trumpers, they just like doubled down, and they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like, what's that thing called that men live to do? It's like they've already put so much. And they've invested so much in it that's like, fuck it, it's ride or die now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair enough. But that being said, so one of the things we wanted to talk about, since we're staying on the Christmas theme, dude, it feels so weird without the headphones.
I know, it does feel
It feels
weird.
like we're just getting drunk and talking. Well, I'm getting drunk.
That's good.
I know, right?
And I don't have my glasses either, so I can't see shit. So no
I just-
glasses, no
I
headphones.
can't see
just
anything
feel
without
like-
my glasses.
I'm enjoying the vibes, especially.
Bitch, that's the
Izzy-
second time you made that joke.
Yeah, I know, but not on
Not on the
They don't
podcast.
know that. That was in the pre-recording.
I'm loving the vibes, and I also love that. I think Izzy's our new woke king because he's wearing this frosty hat and he's brown
Oh, okay.
instead of the traditional white man.
I thought it was because I was getting complimented by a non-binary person. That's why.
And you
We
were
could-
very
we-
progressive
you know
about
what?
your language with it.
You
yeah.
know what? We had an adventure at Target. we
can talk
know what? Let's talk about our whole day right now.
Okay,
early.
because we did so for the recording for the viewers. For those of you that cannot see us, we forgot that. So this is going to be one of the
yes,
first
we have to
episodes that it's on
visuals.
iTunes and Spotify. And we want share this with everybody. So for those of you that cannot see, I'm wearing a Frosty the Snowman hat. Right? It looks a little Mumford and Sonish, but it's
Very hipster, yes.
very hipstery, right? Yeah.
It's kind of giving pilgrim as well.
Oh,
like you
right,
could wear
right.
it
I
again
love
for
that.
Thanksgiving and just cover up the snowflakes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And then
love
looking all
that.
Mexican, they probably would have confused the shit out of
Yeah.
them back then.
No, so we got here. We were supposed to record
Yep.
sort of early, but
Wait, hold on. Also, my bad. Yasmin is wearing her witch hat,
yeah.
and then
I'm wearing a
Andy-
weird little headband with
How would you describe
three
it? Yeah.
green stars, a little tool on it.
Yeah.
It's not very Christmas or holiday, but it's festive, I guess.
You're
Yeah,
our
we
New
like
Year's baby.
Yes,
It looks
exactly.
good on you. It looks good on you. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, okay. So my bad, Andy. Go ahead.
So we had a wonderful day. So we were supposed to record super early. Currently, it's 5:33 and it's dark as shit. I'm looking right out the window. It's so dark right now.
First
But-
of all, that's racist. He's referring to my neighbors in San Bernardino. That
I
is
did not say
very
that.
inappropriate.
I did not say that.
We have become very acquainted with the locals of San Bernardino
Exactly.
today, though.
Let's continue the story. So we did get a little delayed because Izzy was hungover. No, hey, I don't know what his issue was, but Yasmin. Yesterday I went to go do a facial with Yasmin. Aesthetics by Yasmin. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Highly recommended. I left there glowing, and yesterday we had. I wanted a facial lash lift and eyebrow lamination, but Yasmin, being the esthetician, and being so knowledgeable, she said I would advise against that. So I was like, I have no problem. We'll do the facial today or yesterday, and then today, aka tomorrow, we could do the lash lamination. So that's what we did before the recording, which kind of delayed us. And then while we were setting everything up, we were like, you know what? It's a holiday episode. Let's go to the store and try to find Santa hats. So we loaded up and we went to the Dollar General, and there was a
homeless person outside.
a very coquette, and very demure homeless person. She was drawing something like French girls because he was laid out, just sketching. But I was obsessed with this man because he had his little feet on end point.
Yeah.
And just like he was just posed. He was out there.
Yeah.
That
They were,
bit, my
right in
bitch
front of
pose
the
is
door.
nasty.
Now I have to ask, Yasmin, are you used to that at all?
Homeless people just laying on the sidewalk.
And
Yeah,
sketching.
like right before. Yeah, yeah.
Not in Rancho as much.
Okay,
I mean,
gotcha.
have I been around homeless people?
Because
Yes.
I did have a moment where I was there and I saw them and I was like, oh,
You
yeah.
thought I was gonna have a panic
No,
attack?
no, not a panic attack, but I just thought like, oh, Yasmin's probably not used to this.
I've been
'cause-
around homeless people.
Okay,
before.
'cause-
I've
no,
been
no,
to
but that
LA.
up because Andy's used. You live in Paris, so yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Homeless people are my bread and butter. I'm doing community service every day.
And he has like an app where he like rates them.
Right. But yeah.
I'm dying at you calling this homeless man laid out on the ground coquette and demure because he was extremely aesthetic the way he was laying on the ground. He
just
had his
how he
little
was
legs crossed
posed and-
he was doodling. He had a little journal and he was like sketching.
Yeah.
It was just so cute.
was
I
very
loved
aesthetic.
it. I loved it. We couldn't
Yeah.
find what we were looking for at the Dollar General. Fuck you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But
Canceled.
right. And then we went to Target, and then at Target we had a whole other adventure.
Yeah. So we get to Target, and then I had to find some pantaloons.
And Yasmin and I are embarrassed by Izzy, so we separated.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
as
joking.
we usually do.
In
Could
their
you
defense,
imagine?
I was also wearing this hat. No, we didn't find this hat till right at
Until
the
we
end,
were
but
all
yeah.
about to leave. Till we had already
I found
paid.
it.
Yeah.
It was on the fucking mannequin, and I was like,
Oh yeah. It was like
Snatch it off
Target,
that
it was like
mannequin.
it was like a Target dog mannequin.
Yeah.
But before that, we found another hat, but it wasn't like that Christmassy. It was like
It
a.
looked
like a mushroom hat.
It literally looked like the toad from
Yeah.
Mario.
Yeah.
Looked just like a mushroom bowl. And I was like,
So the irony
it was like
is,
a beanie almost.
Yeah, like just to nerd out a little bit. That is like a Nordic Christmas thing, to fucking have that Or my bad, not Nordic, Scandinavian.
I was about to say, did the Vikings have dreads too? What are we talking about here?
Well, yeah. Actually,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that Mario, the same Mario mushroom or whatever, if you put it in a fucking like a tea, it makes you hallucinate.
Oh.
It's a magic mushroom.
Oh.
And it fucking there's a story of like Vikings that were in battle where they were like outnumbered, so they brewed that mushroom and then they took off their clothes and fought the battle naked and won.
Berserks,
Yeah, they were berserkers. That's literally where the word comes from. Yeah. So it is a Christmas
I'm educated,
thing.
Izzy.
But if you just wear it like that, it just looks more like you're like gonna dress up like Mario. Or
Yeah,
have some
or
That
Toad.
makes so much more sense. Why didn't you explain that to us in Target? Because we were like, why the fuck are there mushroom hats in the Christmas section?
And then you just walked off.
Yeah.
You just walked
know.
off to get hit on by a non-binary person.
Which I appreciated, by the way. It actually made me feel a little better. It really did.
Were they a hottie? We didn't see them.
I didn't see them either.
I mean, they weren't my type, but like I could see them being attractive. Yeah.
So how did this interaction start?
Yeah.
Because I fucking
No.
a few dudes in
we
there.
were kikiing
we have
in
to do it. We
line.
have to do it in order. So
Okay.
So yeah. So we're at this point. We kind of gave up a little bit because we didn't find. Oh, we found Yasmin's witch hat, which she's wearing right now. And then I find the pantaloons that I want. So we get in line, and then you guys fucking cut in front of me. But before you guys cut in front of me, you guys were fucking laughing, and I was like,
So let me explain the story.
okay.
So we all know when you go in Target, they have two registers?
Yeah.
2 registers per line. So they were all open. Izzy's line had it was a long line. And then we were going to go through self-checkout. The self-checkout was even longer.
Yeah.
So we were just there waiting in line, and I see a king in front of me, a Christian king, and I loved his shirt because he said the devil thought he won because he had his head down until he lifted his head up and said amen. Yeah. Fuck you, devil. Fuck you, Satan. You can't take that king down. And then I'm not even joking you, I was reading his shirt and like,
It literally
crying.
said that, by the way. He's not.
I'm not even joking.
I have
was
photogenic
crying.
proof.
Yeah.
so.
Photogenic.
It did say that. What did
I
you
have
say?
I have pornographic memory, but no, I was literally crying. I was laughing so fucking hard.
You
But
literally
anyway,
turned red. Your whole face was so red.
I did not want to laugh out loud because I feel like he would know we were laughing at him, and we were laughing at him. We were just laughing at the shirt. The shirt was iconic, and then so there was a lady on to the right. There was a line that was already short, and so I was like, I told you because Yasmin was paying for me today, by the way, and so we cut the line, and then Izzy turned around. I was like, "You guys are fucking cutters."
All loud as fuck.
Yeah, I
too.
said
Loud
Putting
as
us on
shit.
the spot.
And why did that Christian king turn around and just give Izzy a death stare?
He
If looks could
wasn't
kill.
even mad that we allegedly cut in line. He was mad that you cussed
In
loudly in
public.
Target.
Yeah, which I like to do, by the way. Just
Yeah, last time we went to Costco, I was accosted. There was a friend of good Christian people. He would just grab random items and said, "Oh, for you to masturbate with." He literally got like a big old pie and was like, "Oh, so you can masturbate with." I'm already 600 pounds. You think I wouldn't put it past those people to be like, "What the fuck is going on here?" I really do that.
There's I don't know what it is, but I like
Is he just
embarrassing. I like embarrassing people that I'm with. Yeah, for sure. So, but for sure enough, like I knew it was going to piss him off. So
Did you? That's so
I really
funny.
did. Yeah. So yeah, but he didn't fully look at me. I don't know if he kind of just turned a little bit, so you can say. But it wasn't like he gave me like a full
He
look.
said, "Not today, Satan."
Right. He was about to bow his head in prayer again
I know.
and say amen.
He turned the other cheek.
Yeah, and banish that
Better
demon.
if this fucking Arab was fucking behind him, but now he has to deal with profanity as well.
You know what?
Non-Christian profanity.
Not in my Christian Target.
Thank you. I need to go to Target more often, or at least in December. Do you know when?
You know what? The
Because
Target
I was
by me
falling
is not
in
like
love.
that.
Yeah, I was
I think
falling
this is
in
just San
love.
Bernardino. Oh, all the Edgars.
Yes, I'm obsessed with Edgar's, and there was nothing but
Is he- do you
bowl
know
cut
what an
after
Edgar
bowl
is?
cut. He probably works with nothing but Edgar's.
Yasmin. That's like,
You're like not on the internet like we are. So
Yeah.
you're not chronically online. So I'm just making sure you know what
what
an
do you-
Edgar is.
they don't just exist on the internet.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you knew like the name for it.
It's
Like the
it's like me
term.
asking you if you know what this variant of white person is. Like, of course you're gonna fucking know.
Maybe not.
Right.
Those are my people, Yasmin. It's me.
And
with
they're
a different
fucking, and I
haircut.
love every single bowl cut. I'm telling you, I was having a field day up in that fucking Target.
And I get it in that's your thing, because I did have a thing, especially when I was like a teenager in high school. I had a thing for cholas. It was just, it's what I think.
Cholas and Edgar's. Is that like a
Right.
cultural thing for the two of you, or what?
Probably.
I wanna know-
I just honestly, I think a bowl cut looks good. I think like that, the taper cut, the taper fades, I think those look good. That's like just like a good haircut in general. And they're just, even if they're ugly, like if you have a nice haircut, I think that brings you up so many levels. So you could be ugly as fuck, but have a really good haircut, and that just elevates you.
Yeah,
Actually,
absolutely.
Because I tell people
for sure.
sometimes I'll even tell people at work, I'll be like, I hope you tipped your barber well because he blessed you.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, do you ever see those TikToks and it'll be like before and afters of like barbers,
Oh, yeah.
and they look like crazy as fuck, and then all of a sudden they look like super hot at the
Yeah.
end of it, and people are
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?"
I love those.
Yeah, a good trimming and like a beard fucking lineup will do you well for sure.
It's men's makeup.
Man's
Basically,
makeup,
men,
for sure.
beards are because
I think beards are going out though. I don't think they're as popular as they used to be.
No,
like in the
I don't think so.
2010s. Yeah.
well, because there's a gentleman that sits next to me at work, and y'all know me. I don't do white meat, but he's a fine Caucasian. Well, he had a beard.
What
Yeah.
kind of white guys do you like then?
You know what? It has to be a certain type. Like he seems very rugged, very like
Okay,
country,
like a
like
burly.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I
like
also
hate
I also
people.
like the yes. I also like the tatted. Like I just like my white men with a little flavor, with a little seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then sometimes I see those Mormons and I'm like, hey, I can read that book to you. You know what I'm saying? it just depends, but.
I think for you, it's about like the chase.
Yes,
you want
yes.
someone that's like maybe problematic in some
And I'm
way,
like, you know what? I can.
and you want them to be like,
I can make you a little woke, you know.
exactly.
But yeah, he was like, he's
Wait,
an
no, you
attractive
wouldn't.
guy,
They would hate fuck you for
right?
sure.
Literally,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'd have no problem with that.
And does that matter? At the end of the
right.
day?
At the end of the day, I got my nut.
No,
off,
no, but I'm
so-
saying you wouldn't make them woke. They would just hate
Well,
fuck, yeah.
they just
Yeah,
which
but
would
then
benefit you,
but
right?
they
then-
just pounded
Yeah.
out a 600-pound non-binary. So I don't know. Technically, they did.
But then in like 10 years when they try to run for Congress,
Right,
you can come out and be like, I had sex with this person, so they're gay.
Or what?
That's what we need
whatever
more
that
of.
means anymore.
Yeah.
But
Touche.
yeah. So he had a
Wait,
very
Andy,
nice beard.
do you identify as that?
I don't want to talk about. That's
Why are you asking him to-
right. It's
I don't know,
that's
dude.
another can
Not
of
you
worms. I don't want to get
him a
into.
gender.
on the
No, okay.
pod.
'Cause I asked that because I was I was watching a video and then it was like my like fucking what's it called, Discover page? What's it called?
For you page
For you page, yeah. So
on
it-
TikTok or on Instagram.
on
Your
Instagram.
Explore
Your
page?
Explore page. That's
Explore
Explore.
page, yeah. So mine thing cannot make up its fucking mind about who the fuck it's talking to, because I get shit that's like super like right wing straight. I get the gayest shit possible. Like, okay, so for example,
There's two wolves inside of you. One's gay and one's a Republican.
No, it's all over the
It
place.
just depends on which one are you feeding today. Is he?
and I saw
We need to
one-
get him a Walmart shirt that says that.
I know, right? No, but right now it's fucking. It started sending me like fucking super gay ones because there's this.
It's probably because you keep sending us all those gay porn videos.
Yeah, I do send a lot of gay stuff out.
It's like
But
the intros to gay
I
porn.
haven't gotten any of those gay
okay,
videos.
But I like this video because I thought it was hilarious, and it's like it's a guy and he's like pretty fucking like yoked, and he's dressed as Spider-Man, and he does a flip, and when he does a flip, his whole fucking crotch is showing. Like it's like he's wearing like a thong, but like I thought it was the funniest shit ever, so I sent it to people and I liked it and everything, and now it's starting to send me just like muscular men.
Yeah, and
like,
thongs.
Yeah, because for me it
That's-
was just
that's how it works.
Yeah. But I saw another one. Like I said, so my shit is all over the place. I saw one and it was like, it was showing it was trying to make fun of like fucking like woke people, and it's like a barber, and then they asked the person that's in the chair, they're like, "Oh, is it okay if I touch you?"
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking
That
about?
one,
Yeah.
that one
I've seen
did
those
numbers.
ones.
That did numbers on TikTok.
Those ones are funny.
Is it okay if I touch you? And they were like, yeah. And then they were like, oh, can I ask your pronouns? And then like they said, they'd be like, oh yeah, it's they, them, or whatever it is. And then they went back to like the straight male. And then they were like, huh? What the fuck do you mean? Like, and it pissed me off because that's not what like a regular straight man would say. They'd be like, oh, like I'm like he or whatever the fuck it. Like they wouldn't react that way. They wouldn't be like, fuck you, bro, just cut my hair. Like,
Yeah.
It was just
I think you're underestimating. There are
No.
people.
okay.
Who would react to that way?
Maybe the may I touch you part. Maybe like yeah, because it's like yeah.
No,
how,
I think
how,
I'm
how are you
thinking the
supposed to?
pronouns part because I
You
feel like
think
there's
so?
a lot of like very conservative type people who would be like,
Very
pronouns,
offended.
can't you tell that I'm a
But-
man?
There ain't no pronouns in the Bible.
But then again, like you also like I also just like did the math on it. I don't like I might be overthinking it, but like they also set the appointment. They know this fucking person.
Yeah.
So like you know what I mean? Like if you set it.
Well, is this a first time consultation? Is that what it is
Right?
in the
Yeah,
video?
and I get it, but like you like if I was going to get a haircut and I saw a non-binary person and I sat down, like I would accept whatever the fuck they said. You know what I mean? They're not fucking like. I would just be like, oh, what are your like pronouns? They'd be like, okay, they want to know. Like, but you know, I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know.
I think
does.
you're being too. You're assuming people are too like nice and good,
Mm-hmm.
and you're being too nice and good. Because I just feel like there's so many like straight male assholes out there who would just be dicks about it.
And not even that, like as people that they assume are trans, and they'll just try to be like, oh, that man, that or that you know, it's
Yeah.
they intentionally try to misgender people.
I think that experiment would be extremely different depending like where it happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true too.
And it's so funny when
Yeah.
like trans males get like when they get hate, and then the people are in the comments are like, "You'll never be a girl," not knowing it's like,
Yeah.
sir, like you just lost that battle.
And they'll be like, "Stay out of the women's restroom," and they're like, "Bitch,
That's what you guys are fighting for. Like,
yes."
But my bad, Andy. I think you were telling a story. I think I interrupted it. Did I? Right? I think so.
I think are we done with our target? I think we were just praising our.
No,
our
we're not done
our-
with my compliments. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, no, that you got we
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
Oh,
Was that
yeah,
in
yeah. That was
line?
the whole. That was the whole point of
Yeah.
the story.
Oh yeah. So I cussed out loud to try to piss off people around me, and sure enough, it got.
And instead of you pissed off a Christian and attracted a non-binary.
Also, a side note, I feel like you were being very nice to that Target cashier, and I feel like she was just not having us.
I don't give a fuck. Like I'm telling you, that's literally how I treat everybody. It's like I'll try to be nice to you if just so that way you can't be like, oh, you're a fucking asshole. If you go back and forth, you don't. If you feed into it, you do. If you don't, I'm not over here like, oh well, fuck you too, bitch. You know. Have a good day, sweetie.
You're so nice.
Yeah, I like to patronize those people. If you're just
sure
like, oh,
you
how are
do.
you doing? And they're like, I don't know. It sucks. Well, you're probably right. You know what I mean?
Damn.
But you know what I mean. You keep that good.
Yeah.
You keep the positive energy
Yeah.
and just let them drown in whatever the fuck it is.
Exactly.
But anyway, so they fucking cut in line, these fucks, and then there was no line next to me, and then this person was like, oh yeah, hey, there's nobody in this line, so I jumped ahead. Fuck that Christian guy.
Period.
And then
That was my king. How dare you?
And then as soon as I got there, they were like, "Oh my god, I love your tattoos." And they were like, "Is that a dragon?" I was like, "Oh no, it's a snake." And then I was showing them. They're like, "Oh my god, I love the colors." First of all, they should like the colors. I paid a lot of fucking money for these.
Right. You should have showed him the wart.
How dare you?
Oh,
It's gone. There's no wart. I did
anymore.
have a wart on here. Yeah.
yeah, I remember that.
On my arm. I'm pointing at my arm for those of you that cannot see.
I'm pointing at my asshole. I'm just-
But yeah, so they're like, "Oh my god, I love your tattoos," and they were like, "Oh, what is that?" And they were pointing at my Henry tattoo, the like little demon dragon or.
Is that
demon
from
angel
Paradise Lost?
thing. Well, it's supposed to be like a fallen angel, but it's black. It's a Black Sabbath symbol.
So it has a
Oh.
name.
Yeah, Henry. His
Oh,
name is
I didn't
Henry.
know
Yeah.
that.
They started using it, and I think Black Sabbath. I think they didn't start using it till like Black Sabbath 6, like Technical Ecstasy. It was a later thing for sure, but. Anyways,
I love that they do the same thing. Bands do the same thing as they do. Like Ariana Grande 5 is coming out. Black Sabbath 6. I love it. Queens.
yeah, and that's actually when they started like fucking getting like Black Sabbath 6 is like their downfall,
Oh.
where you start realizing like, oh, maybe I mean, I don't want to nerd out, but in short, I'm a big believer that controversial, by the way, that at a certain
take.
point,
Hot take.
hot take, right? At a certain point, Ozzy was better off by himself, and Black Sabbath was better off by himself because that's where they got Ronnie James Dio, and Dio Black Sabbath's amazing, and Ozzy by himself was amazing. But anyways,
I
but
can't
yeah.
believe Ozzy's still alive.
Yeah, I heard he's in rough
Oh.
shape. Yeah. I have a friend.
Thoughts and prayers.
They got their they got his autograph like 2 years ago, and they said he was bad. What?
Me laughing and you saying
Legit
thoughts
evil.
and prayers.
I literally said thoughts and prayers, being honest. And
I thought you were being sarcastic.
no, and then she literally started giggling.
I'm not lying. I thought you were being
thought you-
sarcastic. Yeah.
No, I'm being honest. I don't believe. I believe in positive thoughts, but not in prayers.
Has
but
this podcast made you guys a little more self-aware of who you are?
No,
Like
honestly,
in a good way, in a bad way.
Either way.
can I be honest? I
Are
literally
we bad people?
So
I,
okay, so
I would never say I'm a
there
good
was
person.
something that like I was fucking laughing at because so I posted a clip and you were talking shit about people like wearing makeup or
No, having filters.
not having
on all their
filters, and you were
pictures.
talking shit on them, right? Because for those of you who can't see, I hate to admit it, but Yasmin, you are beautiful.
He's gonna edit that part out.
Right. I said it. I'm just waiting for the butt.
Yeah. You're right.
You're
right.
beautiful,
Let him
but-
finish. Let him finish.
But you're very mean because you were ragging on people that use filters, and maybe some people aren't as good looking as you, Yasmin. But anyways,
How is that my fault?
Just so everyone knows.
so and
now
then
that
I posted the clip, right? Which every clip I post, you're being fucking mean in. I don't know if you realize that. And then you write, not me being a complete bitch for 2 minutes.
yeah,
And
that was so funny.
And then Izzy was like, "You're a bitch all the time." Is
No,
basically
I-
what he responded.
I
That's
wrote,
basically what he said.
now you thinking you were a fucking nice person. Because I don't know if you realize, but in every clip, you're being pretty mean.
and who edits the clips?
Thank
Who set
you.
up that system?
I am being framed.
Literally.
Oh my god.
He's
I am my fucking my character is
Is be-
constantly being under attack on the show.
it's being besmirched.
Thank you.
Literally, he's the one that edits all all clips.
How about
And
this? How
I'm
about this?
surprised
Okay.
he's not putting like a thing saying that you like support Nazis by clipping different sounds together.
It's like, Yasmin.
Yeah, from different
Yasmin,
episodes.
words.
Nazi love. Okay, well, you watch most of the episodes.
I watch
find
all of the
find a
episodes.
clip where you feel like you're being nice. How about that?
Damn. So you're really saying that I'm just a huge bitch?
Literally,
He
that's
didn't call me
crazy.
beautiful though, and at the end of the day, I think that's what I'm going to take away.
Yes,
You're-
that takeaway from this.
you're the most
I love that. I love that because I feel like literally that's how men are. You could say whatever about them.
You're the most
and then
beautiful person on this podcast.
You try to be honest with them, and I'm just kidding. Could you imagine? No, but you try to be honest with them, and then they just take the positive stuff.
They just take what they want to hear.
Yeah.
It's like if someone were to be like, "Oh, you skinny blonde bitch, get out of my way," and I'd be like, "Oh my god, do you think I'm skinny?"
Yeah, just like when Izzy was like, "You're 5." Well, he said, "Oh yeah, I didn't expect 500 pounds because I accidentally stepped on Izzy's toes," and then he's like,
I thought I was gonna die. By
yeah,
the way.
he's like, I wasn't expecting 500 pounds, and I was like, 500 pounds. So you
So
think
you
I'm
think
losing
I'm
weight?
skinny.
Yeah, you think I'm losing weight? Thank you.
So I did see speaking of which, speaking of 5'7", I saw a meme and I was fucking laughing. But it was a girl, and then she was like, "Why the fuck are we?" We get into the subject with this meme, but she's like, "Why the fuck is Luigi going to fucking jail?"
Luigi Mangione,
Yeah.
a king,
Speak his
a king on
name.
earth.
Yeah, she's like, "Why the fuck is Luigi going to jail?" And then it switches over to like the next clip, and it says like me realizing he's 5'7", and she's like, "He should do 40 fucking years or whatever."
How sad. It's just, you know what? Maybe it's just my thing because I'm so tall, but I just don't care about height. But I know height's a huge.
Have come on this podcast before. I don't care about height either.
And
I've literally basically been
queen,
told
a true queen.
I've basically been told by guys that I'm a fucking liar, and I'm like, no. If you look at my dating history, most of the guys that I've dated are around my height.
And I think short guys, just in
but
general,
do you
are just insecure.
But do you find taller guys more attractive?
Not necessarily. I'm
Yeah.
attracted to like your face, not necessarily your height.
Gotcha.
There's
Okay.
plenty of short kings out there. We love
Right.
short kings.
I love
on
it.
this
I love a
podcast.
good short. They're called tater tops.
Oh, I didn't know we rebranded them. To
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So-
and then the feminine tops, they're called blouses.
Oh.
Yeah, because.
Okay.
But
So-
I love them all.
I'm usually too busy on just within my own, as Andy would like to word it, my own little world. The other day I realized I don't like blondes that much.
Oh,
Because
not to settle this.
so my Discover page
Not this.
is very dudified, and like, so it's a
Dudified?
it's for dudes.
Oh.
For the most part, like I said,
Well,
it's confusing all across the board, but I do get clips
it's
of
for
like
straight dudes and for gay dudes.
Minus the random hot muscular men.
Yes,
That
yes,
show
yeah,
up
yeah.
occasionally.
which I find hilarious, by the way. But
I love how he's not looking. He's not looking at them because they're hot. He's looking at them because they're fucking hilarious.
I know.
Them showing their fucking ass cheeks and thongs. It's not funny. It's not gay. It's hot.
He's just
It's
watching.
funny.
He's just watching gay porn. And he's just
At this
laughing the whole
point,
time.
right?
it's only gay if you come to it. All right.
Right. Exactly.
But if you just watch it,
Or have you
Don't
seen
matter.
have you seen that meme when they're like watching gay porn with my girlfriend and making like this face the whole like
Oh my
But anyway,
God.
so I watch these like their clips, and it'll be like a fucking hot girl dancing, but like something they start from the bottom up, so they're like moving their hips or whatever, and then it moves up. And I realized when they're blonde, I don't really like it that much. I'm like, oh, blonde, yeah. Anyway, so the reason why I started bringing up my feed and Discover page and all that is because I want to talk about. I don't know much about this Luigi guy or what's going on because I live in this like separate world. So if
You're too busy watching your YouTube shorts.
whether a girl is blonde or not,
Yeah.
So yeah, what is it? What's going on?
he's too busy being disgusted by blonde women.
So
Yeah.
I know.
And,
Well,
and laughing at buff gay men.
yeah,
Andy, I feel like he's the light of your life. Therefore, I feel as though you need to explain this to Izzy.
yeah. So this Luigi guy, I know he killed a CEO
Mm-hmm.
of it was a medical company, right?
Yeah.
Or,
Of a health insurance.
oh, health insurance. Okay. So yeah, they've done studies on like CEOs, and they're apparently just complete psychopaths. But
Yes.
so
I think you have to be. I think you, especially even the people like that run for president, or maybe it's just my mental issues, because I'm just like, I don't even know what decision I make for myself. I couldn't imagine the pressure it is to have the control of 300, like, how many Americans? 350 million Americans.
Aren't there statistics even that like people in management, like typically are more like psychopathic?
Yeah, I agree with that.
as
There's
you look
statistics.
as you look at me,
There's only one manager in this little group.
and they mean manager of this podcast, by the way.
Right.
So-
By the way,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
But no. But I imagine that, like, yeah, there's decisions that have to be made that you're disconnected from, or you have to stay disconnected from.
Of
right?
course.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's like, like being a fucking politician or something like that. Like, you have to decide, like, what.
Not Izzy defending the CEOs.
No.
Not the boot licking.
But there's a no. And it's not to excuse. it's
Don't
not-
tell me Blue Lives Matter next.
No, it's not to excuse them from any decision, but I imagine that there is a disconnect, right?
Yeah.
Like there'd be a disconnect if you had to make a decision on, I don't know, the price of like insulin, right? That you can make that decision in a room full of fucking people, whatever. But if there was somebody there in the room with like diabetes talking to you, yeah, there'd be a difference.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean, that there's a disconnect. Like, it's different seeing that. Like,
I just love how he flashed that smile and that to the hotel worker, and just everyone's panties just flooded.
wait, what? Oh, yeah,
When
yeah.
when the first screenshot of like the first images of him that were
No,
released.
when it was
Yeah.
even just his eyes at first.
They were like-
people
people
were
were still-
already going feral
Yeah.
for this man.
Well, he's
and then
Italian,
they showed his full
right?
face.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
They
yeah,
do say that
his
Italians
name-
are more attractive. So.
Oh, they are. They're fucking hot.
Yeah. So is he attractive?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God.
And then did you see the whole thing where he came out? You sent me the video.
I
all-
sent you those pictures.
Yeah, and he's all cut
Someone
out.
in prison, he got his eyebrows threaded.
His-
they
his-
gave him a nice
his
little
face.
lineup. His
Oh,
hair is
wow.
looking real
And then
good.
I was watching a video, and this lady was saying that like her parents have been locked up for like various crimes throughout the years. Her mom's currently in prison, and she was saying that basically like the people doing that, the prisoners doing that, are basically telling the people inside, the correctional officers, like, hey, he's protected and he's loved. Don't fuck with him. Because it's like it takes a lot of effort to do that, and then especially doing stuff like that, it's basically like showing them like, hey, if you fuck with him, like you're fucking with us. And she's basically saying like in prison, there's like lines, and it's like the prisoners do their thing, and the people in charge do their thing too, but the people in charge know that they can't cross that certain lines unless they want something to go down.
So what was his reasoning? Like, did he come from like somebody that was fucked over by like?
Well, I don't
think
know.
they've
So
said
wait,
anything.
wait. So did he stab or shoot somebody?
He shot that motherfucker.
He shot a
like
CEO
point blank. Like he literally
Yeah.
walked up to him, fucking shot him,
Put him
and
in
then
the
walked
face.
off.
Oh, in the back, I believe.
Yeah.
in the back. Okay, gotcha.
And it must be nice being a CEO getting bat
fucking
shots from Luigi
Abraham
Mangione.
Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Too
And-
soon.
No.
You are kind of wearing a Lincoln-esque hat right now.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
And we are kind of putting on a play.
Yeah.
Wicked, perhaps.
That's beautiful.
But anyway, so he shoots the CEO in the back, and then he had no reasoning other than like, fuck the system.
from
kind of,
from
or-
what they're saying is that I guess he's had like spinal issues, and that he had stuff that was rejected, and it's just stuff like that.
yeah.
And I guess I don't know how he found that CEO, but
Damn.
more power to him.
So it was like premeditated for sure. So it planned the whole thing
yes,
out. It wasn't
yeah.
just like, oh, like I know who you are. Okay.
And then he had defend, deny, and depose on the bullets.
And didn't they find his backpack and it had like Monopoly money?
Yes,
in it,
yes.
too?
It was like all
He was
like
clearly making a statement.
yes,
Yeah. Okay. So he's like he's the what do you call that person?
The
He's like a
Unabomber?
vigilante, right?
a vigilante.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's a vigilante.
Unabomber.
that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Okay. And you said he did look like a good looking guy. I remember
Yeah.
when the one that he was like smiling at somebody, like you could tell he had like kind of a
Oh
jawline
yeah,
going on.
Oh yeah. And then when he was getting in this, they have a video. I'll try to find it on TikTok when he's like getting into the cop car with his haircut, and he's like looking over, and you can tell he's mogging the camera. He's just like, he's like flinching his jaw a little, like
mewing,
yeah,
as the
he's
kids
like,
do.
Now,
yeah.
has he like been in front of like a jury yet or anything like
I
that?
don't
Or is he
think
going
so.
through
No,
that?
not yet.
Okay,
And
so-
why are they trying to persecute the death penalty for him?
And it's crazy too because it's like with such a high profile
what
case.
state was it in?
New York.
New York.
Oh, yeah, they don't do the death penalty.
And
do
that's
they?
what I'm saying.
They
And then
want
all
to
these,
like reinstate it specifically for him.
and then especially like school shooters get off with like a slap on the wrist. This motherfucker kills one person, and you guys want to fucking kill him?
Yeah.
Free Luigi till
Luigi.
it's backwards.
Okay.
But yeah, and they're saying like, how are you even going to find a jury of people who will be unbiased? Like,
Exactly,
that's gonna
or
be so difficult.
against him. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? It's just, and then it's so funny. I think literally the mainstream media thought that people were going to be like, "Oh, how disgusting! This was horrible," and everyone's saying. My favorite things were saying, "Oh, my thoughts and prayers were out of network." That shit was taking me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your opinion on it. Who knows? I don't have a specific opinion on it, whether it should have been done or not. I do know that
I just feel like something had, in order for somebody to take a drastic decision like that, something had to have happened. Like, you don't just out of nowhere be like, "Oh, I want to shoot a person in the middle of the street." You know what I'm saying? So,
but it's also, I don't know, like, I guess a lot of people out there don't also understand like healthcare and like how much you have to pay for this bullshit and for those of you that don't know and have never got sick without healthcare, like it's fucking expensive.
and not even that. So
Yeah.
I'm already, my company covers my. They offer insurance, and then in California, for those of you that don't know, you have to have health insurance, or else you'll be like taxed like crazy.
Yep.
Come tax season, so it's like fuck it, I might as well pay it.
Yeah.
And then so I saw a commercial for Covered California, which is basically like, hey, I guess if you're low income or
That's what
if
I
you
have.
make us, we're not here to judge. We're not here to judge. So I pay I would say like $150 a month for my health insurance, and then I went to Cover California to be like, oh, maybe this is cheaper. Oh, baby, they wanted to charge me $600 a month.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I'll eat my little $150 a month and not have to worry about it.
That's the one thing. It's a business, and it's when you think about it that way, it's kind of disgusting that somebody's health or what they need would be a business. I remember when I was like 19 or 20 years old, and I was working minimum wage. So I was probably making probably $800 to $1,000 a month. I had a really bad fucking it was like a ear infection kind of, and I had to go to the doctor, and no insurance or no nothing. I paid like $200 and for one fucking visit. And I know it was just like a clinic, and it wasn't even like I was seeing I waited for maybe about an hour, and I was seeing maybe for 5 to 10 minutes. And that visit cost me about $200, and it's a lot of fucking money when you're making that much.
I just want to see. I haven't done my research on it, but it's just like, why are all these things so expensive? And I understand that doctors and nurses and these people in these fields go to school for a long time, like they're educating themselves. They're doing this to make money, but it's like not to sound like a socialist or something, but it's like, isn't this something that we can? I'm pretty sure there's a way we can figure out where we get health insurance and they get paid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, we're literally every other country does, but us.
Yes,
we're like one of the few like.
Let's hear it, Izzy. Let's hear it.
No.
You took a deep breath. Let's hear it.
So, I'm just playing the devil's advocate. I'm being
As
of
per
course,
usual.
of course.
I would say we do have certain benefits here that there is a plus side to this,
Like such and such
for
as.
it being a business. So, for example, I snapped my ACL a couple years ago. I had to get surgery for it. When I was talking to
You
my,
should have had some tits put in while you were at it.
I know I was preparing for judo competition, and the guy threw me a certain way, and my fucking ACL popped. And
you want to know how I know you're gay?
Oh.
You were preparing for a judo competition. No, just kidding.
Anyways, I fucking so when the ACL reconstruction surgery, it's an elective surgery, so it's not absolutely mandatory that you have to get it. There's people that live the rest of their lives without an ACL.
What does the ACL do?
It stabilizes the knee.
And how can you not live with that?
Because it's you need it specifically if you're gonna like remain like an athlete or want to stay like active.
Okay. But if you're like a normal person that doesn't really do that,
you're fine. Yeah. So when it's an elective surgery. So when I was talking to my fucking doctor about it, I was like, do I have to get it? Like, what's going on? He's like, no. He's like, in other countries, it's actually very common not to get the surgery. As a matter of fact, you cannot get the surgery in other countries unless you fucking go on a fucking like an 8-month wait list or whatever it is. Whereas here, like with your health insurance, like we'll give it to you like next month.
I would like to see the statistics and facts.
So and the reason and I know this and I know it was true because when I was looking up pretty much like whether or not you can live without an ACL, a lot of the studies that were done based off of the information were done in other countries. So like
what countries?
Like fucking Scotland was one of them.
I've never been there. I don't think that's a true place.
Or apparently it's a very
You're making this up.
It's a very common injury with like rugby players, and a lot of rugby players will not.
Rugby players are so hot. Oh my Lord.
But anyways, so and like I said, I was fortunate enough that I was making enough money that I was paying fucking for my health insurance, and I was able to get the surgery. And when I signed the fucking like the copayment or the whatever it was, that surgery was $40,000. And like I said, if we lived in a socialist system and I had universal health care, do you think that would be covered? I don't think it would. I'd probably go on some fucking giant wait list or whatever it is. The fuck it is. So like I said, it sucks that it's more beneficial if you're able to afford
Not
this.
Izzy being a capitalism
And
defender.
and the bootlicking continues.
Right.
But there are certain
Once you hit a certain tax bracket, I guess all
Yeah.
of a
No, I'm not saying.
Get yourself a little fancy 2-bedroom apartment in San Bernardino.
Yeah.
Now you think you're the king of the fucking world.
So not the 2-bedroom apartment in San Bernardino.
He's gonna edit that out.
No. I do believe that there's pluses and minuses.
Yeah,
I believe
I think
there's
that's for
pluses and minuses of
everything. I think that's for
Yeah.
everything, honestly.
So I think the plus side is, hey, is like competition between these fucking medical companies good?
Yes.
Are they going to have certain medical advancements in these things? Because you fucking pay for them. It's a business.
Yeah. It's just crazy to me
Yeah.
that people go into debt because of cancer, because
Or
of,
just die.
Yeah, just things like that. Like,
Okay,
it's
so
just
no,
crazy
like,
to
yeah,
me.
that's absolutely disgusting. I do not believe that either, and it's one of those
Makes
things.
me want to go shoot up a CEO. Who's the CEO of cancer? I need their information right now. Get me mesothelioma's address now.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be a business, and
it really shouldn't. Things
Yeah.
like that, like, and I understand like dental. Why is it? I just don't understand why dental stuff isn't considered
Health
like
insurance.
health insurance. Like your mouth is the most
Vision
one of the
insurance as well.
Like your mouth is so important. They literally tell you all the time, right? I make my living off this baby. No, like they say, like literally, if you have like teeth problems, that could lead to heart disease. It could lead to stuff in your brain. Like it's crazy.
yeah. And yet Andy says that the Brits don't use it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it looks like they eat bricks and beans for breakfast.
I did see. I saw a video. It made me think of you, Andy. That
Was it someone
fucking-
being gaped or
No, it was. It was the jar video where he sits on the jar.
Oh God!
Like, no, it was a guy, and it was like, oh, I'm gonna present because I've been watching a lot of like food stuff on my Instagram, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna present the most delicious British cuisine ever, and it just kept going like, oh, we're gonna do fucking potatoes, like jack potatoes, fish and chips. Jack potatoes, fish and chips, but they weren't even joking. But
Yeah.
like they just kept going around showing the same thing, and it made me think of you. 'cause
And it's so funny because
the food did not look good.
I
I'm not gonna
exactly, and I want to try. Not to knock the British. I want to go over to your godforsaken country and try a plate. But literally, it looks. I see like these British dinners on TikTok. A piece. It's not even toasted. Cold white bread, beans on top, they put shredded cheese on top. The beans are cold, so the cheese doesn't melt, and then they'll put a dollop of tuna on top. Not tuna. How is that? And I think their tuna is literally just mayo and fish. So I just, and I'm a fat fucking piece of shit. I'll literally eat anything. You don't ask me how many fucking homeless men I've eaten now. I've lost count. But I think that shit's fucking disgusting.
Smelly, fishy, homeless dick. Okay.
Hey.
Fucking.
But give me some British tuna. No, thank you.
So we draw the line there.
Like I just see.
So we draw the line here on Dao Dazed. So we're gonna take a small break. Before we take a small break, we want to do a quick plug. And we do not get paid for this, so do not think that this is like, because before I post the video, YouTube does ask me, "Are you doing any paid advertising?" Absolutely,
they don't pay us.
We're not getting paid for this,
right?
But we want to mention
you will not be getting a check in the mail from me,
right?
One of the businesses we want to talk about here, and if you guys have any business or anything that want to plug it, please let us know. We will talk about it. The only thing we ask is that it's not. We talked about it last time. It's not some fucking scam or fucking some pyramid scheme or anything like that. We want to plug.
You guys want to sell
businesses.
some knives?
We want to plug legitimate business here for
no doTERRA bullshit, or was it youth living or young living?
Yeah, none of that. We want to do people. If you have your own business, and one of the business that we want to plug is Aesthetics by Yasmin.
Ooh,
right?
Round of applause! Round of
applause!
Thank you.
Aesthetics by Yasmin. I'll post the link in the description as well. So if you're looking to get any facials or waxing done, you can hit up Aesthetics by Yasmin. She does appointments. Why would you get a facial done, Yasmin?
Well, I was kind of saying earlier, I mean, in general, facials are recommended just as part of like your skin's health and taking care of your skin. It's good for anti-aging, but it's especially good, I was saying, with like the holidays coming up and stuff. If you have like a special event going on and you want to like look really good,
for
you
New
can get
Year's.
A facial. And it's crazy because you almost think that something like just a one-time facial wouldn't make that much of a difference, but it really does.
No,
I
really
do
did.
have a client who can attest.
Right.
Andy, as we were saying earlier, Andy came and got a facial from me last night. I gave him the hydrofacial and I waxed his eyebrows, and his skin looks
my
beautiful.
nose, and she did.
Yes,
she pulled out so much nose hair out of that damn nose. I'm doing coke lines like a motherfucker now.
With nothing to stop.
All right, exactly. No waste. That 8-ball, I'm using the whole 8 grams. No, but I'm telling you, I literally went. I had, to be honest, I have gone to Yasmin before for facial, but this was literally years ago. So she moved to a new studio. It's beautiful in there. It's amazing. I walked in and she's very warm, very friendly. I had already told her the day before, the list of services I wanted. She discussed with me what we could do and what we couldn't do. And I'm the kind of person, like, you're a doctor, or if you've been trained, you went to school, you did all this. I'm not going to be like, no, I've read on the internet and they said vaccines aren't real. So no, like if you're a professional and you're telling me what to do, I'm going to take your advice. And she could only do my facial yesterday and my waxing, and it was amazing. And she has the hydrofacial.
Yeah.
And the first step was the cleaner, right?
Yeah.
The cleaner, then the exfoliator.
So it cleanses your face. It's basically the machine that does this, but it cleanses your face first. Then it exfoliates, and then it does the extractions, and it literally sucks out like blackheads, whiteheads, like literally gunk that gets like trapped under your skin.
If you guys want to see it, post it on TikTok, because literally she was swirling that motherfucker around. There was black specks, Lord knows what in there. It was crazy.
There you go.
And even now, look at my skin. My skin's glowing. My eyebrows look amazing. You guys can't really see them. She did my lash lift today. I'm telling you, the next homeless man that gets this, I'm pretty
trouble.
Sure. Right.
He's going to be in love.
Yeah, and the prices were very reasonable, and it was just like an amazing experience. So
you're
treat yourself.
You're going to get to have that, and that's always good, right? Because you're going to rely on that opinion of you. So it's going to be like, hey, it's going to be a conversation when you get there. Like you can ask about, like, hey, do I want to get this done? Do I want to get this done? And you get to have that conversation. So that's
exactly,
really big.
And especially if you have issues, if you have issues with your skin, or you just something you're like, hey, is this weird? Or that's what I love about going to someone that knows that's been trained on this. So you can ask those questions that you're too afraid to ask for, or ask other people about, and then I'm pretty sure if it's something serious, you can be like, go to a dermatologist, an actual doctor. But
yeah, and that's big, and that honesty is going to be big. But yeah,
right.
That's Aesthetics by Yasmin. We will be right back.
Yes. Gape.
Are you in fact a homosexual, even though you're non-binary?
Stop
I don't know.
talking his non-binary
right.
tea.
That's not your business to talk about, is he?
My bad. I mean, it came in the form of a question. Can you not ask? Is that rude to ask?
I think. Actually, you know what?
I would say it's rude to ask someone if they're non-binary. It's not rude to ask someone their pronouns.
Okay, that's what I was a little. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. Is it rude?
Big?
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Or extra large combo. What's it called? What are the big combos at Baker's called?
The mama meal is that what it's called? And the papa meal.
Yeah, the papa meal. Those. No. Is it rude to ask someone their pronouns?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I thought that's what you're supposed to do.
I don't know. It's because like there's some people that I see and I'm just like, what do you identify as? Yeah.
I think if you ask like that,
I think it depends on the context. Yeah.
Yeah. I just walk up to someone. It's like, what gender are you? No, that's rude. But
what do you call it? Oh, we were talking. Oh, I finally saw the Nicole Kidman ad.
Iconic.
Yeah, we forced him to finally watch the masterpiece that is the Nicole Kidman AMC ad.
It was a bit much. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm gonna bring something up. So we're hoping to see Nosferatu because it's coming out on Christmas.
Yeah.
We're hoping to see. I want to see a Christmas. Yasmin has prior engagements. We're either trying to see a Christmas Eve, Christmas,
spending time with my family
because she's not fucking Mexican,
right? Basically, but it's like because I feel like most people, like if you want to slip away for an hour or a few hours, they will have no problem. I think. If Yasmin slipped away on Christmas, it's going to be a fucking big
She's
deal.
white. That's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, I forget. I apologize to the
So for those of you who
race.
do not know, Mexicans celebrate
The 24th.
New Year's. I mean, my bad. Christmas Eve. They do not celebrate Christmas Day. Christmas Day, we don't do anything except go eat Jack in the Box. So
that sounds amazing. I wish white people would do that too because
embrace the culture.
I would love to celebrate on Christmas Eve.
My culture is not a costume.
What we do is we get we get very, very, very drunk on Christmas Eve until midnight, and then we open all the presents.
You're selling me on this. This sounds incredible.
Yeah. Izzy's been celebrating Christmas year-round, I fear. No, but we're trying to see this amazing movie, Nosferatu. And if we see it at an AMC theater, I already told Yasmin that if we see it at an AMC theater and they play the iconic Nicole Kidman commercial,
which they will,
I'm going to stand up and salute. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen that meme of that Russian guy.
You wearing the
suit itself. Could you imagine how many goddamn sequins I would need?
I do kind of. I will say now, I kind of regret. I wish that I was Nicole Kidman for Halloween from the AMC ads.
That's
because I could have been fitting with all those memes where it's like, I hate gay Halloween. What do you mean you're Nicole Kidman from the AMC ad?
For those of you that haven't seen it, and I didn't know up until today what it exactly looked like. It's Nicole Kidman doing an like an ad for AMC. So it's like,
but it's theater, it's art.
Yeah, it looks like you're supposed to watch it before a movie comes on. Where it's like, it's like those those little commercial things where you watch before the movie, and it's like, shh, be quiet before the movie, or do not use your cell phone during the movie. It's like one of those. So it's but it's.
Have you seen that meme of that Russian guy and he's like saluting and he has like tears running down his face? It looks like he's crying.
I don't think
that's going to be me. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'll send it to you later on, Izzy. But
I literally have a TikTok of me and my friend Madison in an AMC movie and her literally standing up and saluting the Nicole Kidman ad.
I love that.
And I have,
I
of
need
course,
to recreate it.
Proud to be an American playing as the song of choice.
Even though she's Australian.
So?
But we love that. And we want to see Nosferatu.
If we're going to go Christmas, we cannot go to AMC on Christmas because it's going to be a little packed. But
how do you know?
Is it really that busy?
How the fuck do you know?
I remember, I know, like, I'm going to age myself because this is like 20 years ago. Actually, my bad, like more like 30 years ago. But when Muhammad Ali came out, the one with Will Smith, I was a wee young lad, and we went on Christmas Day, and it was crazy fucking packed.
Really? How interesting.
Yep. Dude, we're all Mexicans, so like, Fucking we got nothing to do Christmas Day.
Trump, save me. Save us, Trump. Save me, Daddy Trump.
If we go to
save us from kicking these Mexicans out of the AMC theaters.
Yeah. What's not going to be packed is the San Bernardino fucking movie theater.
Yeah, but what's a movie without the Nicole Kidman?
Thank you. I only do the Galaxy Theater because that's right down the street from me, or the AMC's. Maybe a Regal Cinema or a.
I like
what's
Regals.
the other ones? What's the other ones close in your
Edwards?
area? Not Edwards.
In my area?
There's Cinemarks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Cinemarks are nice.
Yes,
I like their bars. Yeah. What, they have nice bars? What can I say? I'm a sucker for like a nice looking lit bar.
Why?
I don't know what it is. It just makes me
the
want
aesthetic
to fucking
drink.
Yeah. It just makes me want to like have a
I'm
nice.
a sucker
like,
for some nice balls. Hey.
So
I look like a maniac. My God.
What do you want to talk about? So we talked about a couple Christmas movies, right? Didn't we? No, we haven't.
Not at
talked
all.
about Christmas
Just
movies.
Mean Girls.
No.
So we talked about how Yasmin's hatred for Christmas music.
And just Christmas in general, honestly.
Do you really hate Christmas? Christmas music?
I'm like a fucking Grinch. I don't like most Christmas movies.
But like once you get hammered, like it's like the Grinch, your heart grows like
No.
2 sizes. Even when you're hammered.
No.
When you're hammered drunk.
Even
you're
when I'm
telling me-
hammered. That's how you know that this is my true authentic self.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say that I hate Christmas, but it's just not my favorite holiday.
Where are you, Christmas?
That's what we should be for Halloween. You can be Cindy Lou Who.
Right. No, but
Okay, there's like 5 Christmas songs I like. That's it.
That's
I
what
could
was
do
gonna
without
say.
the rest of them.
I agree. I grew up Jehovah's Witness. We did not do any of that. But I legit can listen to All I Want for Christmas Is You year round.
Yes.
I also love
Last Christmas.
which one's Last Christmas?
The one by Wham.
Wham. Oh, of course.
Classic.
What's the one? Rocking Around.
Yeah.
Like she was 13 or 15 when she recorded that. She's iconic.
Yeah.
And then I also really like that fucking Beatle, his song. He's like,
Oh, I hate that fucking song.
I love it. I don't know why.
That's like one of the worst
And
Christmas
you know what's
songs.
crazy? The first time I heard that song was last year.
Simply
Having a wonderful. I literally last year was the first time I've ever heard that song.
You were lucky you were able to escape it for that long because I fucking
So it's almost
hate
like
that
you're
song.
like.
It's like a new song to me.
As
You
a
know what I'm
JW,
saying?
you're just like rediscovering.
Well,
Christmas.
I'm not a JW, but it's just like it's just like going from like 0 to 100. Like we never did anything holiday related, so now it's like not that I don't do anything holiday related now, but I'm just like more aware of it, I guess.
I actually really like Feliz Navidad. Is that cultural appropriation?
Feliz Navidad.
That's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
It's a good song.
It is.
Something I really didn't like about Christmas, maybe something a lot of people don't like about Christmas, is it makes you really think about your finances.
Yeah.
You have to like buy people gifts, and you're like,
You don't have to buy anyone anything. Don't
who are you buying gifts for?
Don't let these capitalist motherfuckers guilt trip you into buying gifts. If you don't have the money to buy gifts, don't put yourself into debt to buy people gifts.
No. So like, it's nice to buy people gifts. Don't listen to this fucking Grinch over here.
It's nice, but it's like
you don't have to spend that much on it.
I agree because I agree with you that it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
But I would feel bad if you bought me something, and even if it was something inexpensive, but then you told me like I literally was spent all my money buying not just me but other people gifts, I would feel fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to go negative for no motherfucker. I'm just saying.
But I also feel like that's easy to say when, mind you, I have like 30 Christmas presents to buy every single year because I have a big ass family. There's cousins coming out of everywhere. I have like 10 Secret Santas. Like once the list gets to a certain number, but it's like I have to participate in these. Like I'm not going to be a bad aunt or a bad
who
sister.
Says you can't? Who says you have to? Who set up that system?
I already told. Oh, didn't I tell you about how? Oh, I don't think I told you. I suggested. So every year Christmas is chaos for me because white people things. So it's like literally I have to go to my mom's house. I have to go to my dad's house. I have to go to my grandma's house. It's an all day thing, right?
Yeah.
So I suggested to my sisters, like, hey, what if this year we like open our presents on Christmas Eve and then, you know, we still go to grandma's house on Christmas. And they just tore into me. They were like, are you fucking kidding me? It's Christmas. We don't want to fucking do anything on Christmas Eve. They were very vocally upset with me.
Tell them all the ones who attacked you, That was an attack on Mexican on
Yeah,
the Mexican
it really
culture.
was, yeah.
Tell
It
them
was.
they're
It
fucking
was
racist.
racist.
Next thing you know,
attack,
you're going to want tamales.
yeah, that
You're going to
attack,
want to eat them till February.
that attack was in support of Trump.
It was racially motivated.
It sure
That's
was.
for sure.
It sure was. But I feel like that's exhausting.
It is.
I'm so sorry. I'm the kind of person I don't give a fuck if I don't want to go somewhere. I'm not going to go.
I think that's part of why I don't like Christmas too, because I'm telling you,
there's a lot of obligations.
Yeah.
Obligations. That's what it is.
I literally wake up at like 6 a.m. and I'm like doing shit till like 10 o'clock at night.
And that's what I was telling you, because I'm trying to convince Yasmin to go to the movie theater on Christmas, but she's like, "No, I can't go. And
I'll be
Can
crucified.
you really not go?
Yeah.
My
Christmas?
family will be so fucking mad.
I was saying
go.
we should like pregame with like eggnog.
Oh, you
Aw.
disgusting.
Don't do it without me.
You see,
See, that sounds so fun. That's why I'm like, I wish we could just celebrate Christmas
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve.
you like eggnog, Andy?
I'm a fan of the consistency, but I can't say
And the color?
I can't. Yeah, exactly. I just can't say that I have it, and then I've tried it, but I just feel like I think I've had it a long time ago, and I'm just like the memory I have I have, I'm like,
It tastes like kind of like hazelnut, right? If you were to
if
describe
It
it.
could, it's gonna be a little nutty.
if it's a hazelnut, I love me a good Nutella. So maybe the memory the flavor that I have is wrong. So I'll let you buy me some eggnog.
Yeah, eggnog's
I mean, it
pretty good.
depends
I
on
like eggnog.
it depends on who's making it, what alcohol, what liquor is in it. Like it depends on a lot of things.
I imagine rum would go good with it, but
it's usually bourbon, right?
is it bourbon?
I think it's
Okay.
usually bourbon or whiskey.
Why is Izzy like? You want to get Lydia's attention?
His eyes lit up
Yeah,
when he
literally,
said.
he glowed up. Yes.
Well, okay, so this is also I feel good right now because this is the first time in a while that I've actually been a little buzzed on the podcast. It's
Okay.
like, the last podcast I was hungover. The podcast before that I was like it was in the morning, so I was like having a little bit of coffee.
Yeah.
So like it's been a while since I've actually drank on the podcast.
I'm gonna do you and not wear my headphones, and I think I like this.
Yeah.
Oh, so now again, I'm the minority.
Yeah, just like you were at Target. She was literally the white
I was.
snowflake
I
on the
was.
yellow snow.
Is there so here in the Inland Empires where we mostly stay at, all of us. Yasmin's kind of toward LA, but still kind of Inland
It's
Empire.
the Inland
mostly.
Empire.
Yeah.
Rancho's the Inland Empire.
So like
even though they don't think it is, but
there's the Festival of
Yeah.
Lights, which is very
Oh,
very known
yeah.
between
Yes,
everybody. You go
we
to
should do
Riverside.
that.
It's very pretty.
You
From
just
what
wanna
I
see-
saw
you
last
just want
night.
to see more homeless people.
I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny the allegations.
Yeah, I literally saw the Festival of Lights last night.
What'd you think?
Which I was not planning to.
Oh,
I didn't even know that was
yeah.
fucking happening. Okay, so one of my friends hit me up and he wanted to go to a goth bar or like a bar that had a goth night in downtown Riverside. And of course I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm down. So I dressed like a goth prostitute, as I normally do, right?
I think everyone should strive for that.
Absolutely. So basically my everyday casual wear.
But, right.
So we go to Riverside and I'm expecting like, okay, we're just going to pull
I
up
love
or park
Riverside,
somewhere
by
in
the
front
way.
of the bar. And it's like the downtown Riverside area. It's fucking packed. The streets are all closed. All these families are walking around because they're going to go look at the lights.
You know, they're
So
looking like
So
I had
she
to
had her
park my
corset on and
car.
her titties out.
Yes, I had to park my car, and then me and my friend had to fucking walk through all these families. And I'm like, oh my god, I just know everyone is looking at me right now, being like, what the fuck is this
wrong
lady
with her?
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was slightly humiliating, and I was the driver, so I couldn't even get drunk and not give a shit about
oh
it.
my God.
I know,
I
'cause
just
hit
felt
you
the
up-
shame in a full sober manner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna like go like pull an all-nighter because I hit you up like probably like around what 12, and I was like, oh fuck, you're out here.
No, I think it was or was it when I got home?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But I saw you in Riverside, so I'm like, oh, what the fuck, you're around here?
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Well, I had an early work morning today, so that's why I offered to drive, because I was like, okay, if I drive, then I won't get drunk. Because I feel like if I get drunk, I'll hit a certain threshold, and I'll be like, fuck it, I'll just keep drinking.
Yeah, there's that moment.
That's why I don't drink anymore, because I
Yeah.
already know
And
myself.
here you are saying you're
and-
not Mexican.
Right. No, but that's how I'm the same way. That's why I stopped drinking, because it's like I knew, like, I already know how I get, and after a while, I'll be like, fuck it, I'm going to get fucking shit-faced. But
Yep.
All
I
it
might
takes
get
is a good 2 or 3
shit-faced.
shots of Pink Whitney, and I'm
I
down
might
for
get
the night.
shit-faced, because
on Christmas.
because I have 2 sick days left, and I'm gonna take that Thursday and Friday off. So now I have so if I do get drunk, I have an excuse. I don't have to go to work basically. So
So I don't know if you realize the Ghetto House movie theater is literally 5 minutes away. So we take an Uber for like we could literally.
I'm gonna drive drunk.
we
No, I'm
wanted-
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
If it wasn't San Bernardino, we could literally walk there. But
if I get accosted by a homeless man, I'll give you a tip, Izzy. So I'll pay for the tickets. You know what I'm saying?
That would be a true Christmas miracle.
Literally. It won't be a white Christmas, but it would be a Christmas miracle. Miracle on Baseline Street.
Miracle. That's Andy's
right.
Andy's Christmas movie.
And the poster's just me on my knees with my mouth open.
Miracle on Baseline and Waterman.
Right. Hey, you're dropping the location. Now you know where to find me. I hope no one. I hope no one goes and looks for a 600-pound.
Aside from Aesthetics by Yasmin, this is
the second plug.
This is the second plug.
Andy's business.
Plug, yeah.
Andy's business.
Yeah.
Where to be on Christmas Day.
Right.
For
I'm a certified milker for sure.
For Christmas snow, if you will.
What was that? The Altadena Farms don't got shit on me, sweetie. That was the brand I would always see when I went to the store, I think, or even when I went to school. It just said Altadena Farms.
What is that? I don't know.
That's
It's
local,
like it's
isn't
like
it?
it's like I think there's somewhere in LA or something. It was just like the brand that I always see on the milk.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I wish I wasn't white, and then I could spend Christmas getting drunk
I
and going to see
know.
Nosferatu.
But I'm saying, so let
I
me
feel
know
like that's
Christmas
the plot of a
Eve-
Christmas movie, is me wishing I wasn't white so that I could enjoy Christmas.
And then they're gonna.
And then I'm gonna like wake up in another race's body, and then like I'm gonna body swap with someone.
That'd be a wonderful, like, would that be a liberal movie or a Republican movie? That's it could
Depends
go
on who's
either way.
directing
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
It would go either way.
It depends on the kind of day we're having in each other's
Yes,
bodies, for
yes.
sure.
MacGyver this thing. Never have a bottle opener.
I feel like when Nosferatu comes out, though, I feel like Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok is gonna like be my hear me out in
Okay.
his full vampire regalia.
Have they released pictures of him already? Or?
No, they're trying to like keep it very
Yeah,
on the
'cause
low.
that-
They don't
Does
want to
he-
spoil it.
Does he also have like those Dracula powers so he can like seduce women?
Oh,
I
you
don't know.
Oh.
I've been hearing the reviews and I've been heard nothing but good things. So I'm just very excited.
There is a
Very
full
excited.
frontal nude scene.
Yes.
We know that
Really?
much.
Male nude
We don't know.
scene.
Oh, it is a male?
Or is it? Oh, I don't know. We don't know yet.
Oh.
We don't know yet.
You're right. It could.
We
be,
only
it
know
could be
tidbits.
Titties.
I mean, it's supposed to be like
that would be
100
a
years
true
ago,
horror
right?
for me.
They better show-
The time period?
Yeah.
Like
yeah, it better
200
be,
years
yeah,
ago.
it better
Oh,
be
there
full
you go.
bush. You're right.
Yeah,
It
for
better
full
be
bush. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
If no, I'm
Izzy's asking for a refund on his
historical
ticket.
accuracy is what
No.
I want. Is that so much to ask for?
weren't we talking about this? How some people, like maybe you've already, they've had so much work done. You don't look like an 18th century person. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
when actors have iPhone faces,
Yes.
as it's called.
Is someone's
Oh,
phone
okay.
going off? I feel like I hear buzzing, but
No.
I don't
Never
know.
mind.
Some of that exists, but then you watch like I watch what's it? Twilight Zone. There's some pretty fucking hot ass chicks.
Oh
in
yeah,
that
they were
goddamn
beautiful.
thing. Yeah.
But it's just like
We're
certain
not talking
faces.
about like hotness. We're talking about like, okay, say someone like Kylie Jenner, right?
Oh,
She has
okay,
a very
okay.
specific look to her that's like of this time period. So if she were cast in like Little Women, you'd be like, I don't buy her.
Yeah.
You know
I don't
what
believe this.
You know what I just thought about, and I just saw it not too long ago. Rewatched it. Was Tropic Thunder. Do you remember the movie that Robbie Downer Jr. made in the movie where it was like he was like
Him and Tobey Maguire.
yeah, he was like
The
a
gay priest.
It was like they were gay monks.
You know what? They need to make that a movie for real because
honestly.
I would watch the
And
shit
then
out of that.
and he looked hot as fuck. He looked hot as
Yes.
fuck with that blonde hair. I'm just.
But that's
saying.
what I mean is because they were like super like he still had his like Iron Man
Yeah,
like
yeah.
facial hair, but he was just like a gay monk.
And it had like the Enya music
Yeah.
playing in the background.
Yeah.
That's iconic.
Like
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyways, no. We are very much looking forward to watching Nosferatu for sure.
Yes.
I would say that I do think that it's going to dethrone Challengers as my favorite movie of the year. I think that I'm going to
Challengers?
call
And
it.
that's
I don't know
saying
what that is.
something.
That's saying something because you know I'm obsessed with
Yeah,
Challengers.
yeah.
You still haven't
How many
seen Challengers?
times did you see
No.
Challengers in the theater?
More than enough.
Really? More than twice?
Yeah.
No, not in the theaters. No,
I just-
I only went once. But
Oh, I thought you saw it multiple times because I
No.
was say I know you left that. I know
What
you
is
left
that
that
about?
chair.
Have you talked about it on the podcast before?
I know you left that recliner soaking.
I think I've brought it up before. It's that one with Zendaya and the two white boys, and they're playing tennis, and she kind of has like a relationship with the two of them.
Oh,
It's a really
okay.
good ass
Yeah.
movie. You should see
Yeah.
it if you
You know
haven't.
what? Zendaya makes good movies. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
much.
she's a good
Oh
actress.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
She gets double team, right? It's like a thing.
Like in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything. I'll just say see the movie.
Right.
Really?
And it's streaming. I forget it's streaming on
I'm not
something
gonna
because
watch it.
There's no double penetration,
it's-
so don't
I
get
think
too
it's-
excited. But
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's streaming on MGM
Airtight?
Plus.
Airtight? No.
It's on Amazon Prime, or at least it was.
Izzy has Amazon Prime.
I don't know. Netflix is like still my favorite out of all of them. If you were to just pick one, like what would for me it'd be Netflix. And Netflix is not complicated.
Mine would be 123movies.com.
No, but like
Pirate Bay.
No, because I feel like Netflix, like you click on a fucking movie and you're not going to get commercials. Not that I know of. You know what to expect. Anything that was on Netflix 5 years ago was on Netflix now. Whereas, like, sometimes you'll click on another streaming service, and then you'll be like, especially if it's a Netflix original.
I swear they were removing stuff. I swear they were removing. I don't know. I don't keep up with Netflix.
My bad. Even if it was like a Netflix original, though.
I don't know.
Okay, I thought they kept them.
I'm talking out of my ass here.
But my point is, like, when you click on a fucking like most streaming services, like I don't know, they'll offer you a plan, which is like, oh, we'll give you fucking shit service whatever for $2 a month, and you're like, fuck yeah. And then you click on it, and then it shows you a commercial, and it says like 10 minutes left, and you're like, and it's like, oh, you could click on this for commercial free, and you're like, what the fuck, there's two different types.
Yeah,
whereas Netflix has the one type. Like, yeah, I think it depends on, you know, like what you're going to pay for as far as like how many people are going to share it with you or different households or whatever, but you know what you're getting with Netflix. That's what I appreciate.
I will say though,
right?
Yeah, not on Netflix.
Netflix has ads?
No,
I don't think it does.
Are you sure?
I'm like positive they don't have ads.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm about to Google that because
I swear. I think they might even they might plug.
They don't
a
even
Netflix
offer
thing,
like a subscription
but
with
they're
ads.
not going to like offer you fucking Tide or fucking like Downy dryer sheets or anything like that.
The Fortnite store just updated.
I was gonna say I kind of feel like Tubi is that bitch. There's a lot of good stuff on Tubi.
Me some Tubi.
That's kind of become my go-to when I'm looking for stuff.
And
there's ads.
If you're on
but
there,
it's not that bad.
If you have Tubi, please watch Bringing Down the House with Queen Latifah and Steve Martin. That shit was cracking me up. Yeah, they have plans with ads now.
I did not know Netflix did that.
Yeah. Netflix, I take it back. You guys fucked up.
So they have the standard with ads, which is $6.99 a month, and then the standard, which I believe is no ads, which is $15.49, and then extra member slots can be added for $8 each.
I take
cheap bitches.
Everything back.
Premium
fuck you, Netflix.
Is $22.99, so $23 a month, and then extra member slots can be added for $8 each.
That's it. They're all gone.
So if anyone has a premium, go ahead.
I will say too, Shudder is a good ass streaming service because it's like $6 a month. They have a lot of good stuff on there.
And not even that.
And I like that they have that feature where it's kind of like live TV.
Yes.
I like that they do that. I wish more streaming services did that.
Pluto TV does that too. Pluto's also totally free. They do show ads, but I like Pluto because they also has like channels, so they have like music channels, and so that's what I like about it.
Shudder's also included with like other stuff.
Yes, if you guys have
one
AMC
that has
Plus,
like 4 in it, right?
If you have AMC Plus, it comes with Shudder. So
sick, yeah.
I was pissed. I'm about to go on a tangent. No, I'm fine. A lot of different subscription-based services were offering good deals on Black Friday. The only one that I needed, because I already have Stars, I already have MGM Plus, I already have a handful of the other ones, and I already got those super cheap. I just wanted AMC Plus because my Shudder expired, but I wanted AMC Plus, so it's like, why am I going to pay for Shudder when I could pay for AMC Plus, what comes with AMC Plus and Shudder? AMC was the only one that didn't do a fucking deal. So I was fucking pissed. So I need to start searching right now if I get a good deal on it, or if they start doing a random thing, because I legit got Stars for the whole year, and I think it was like $20. And crazy. I think they're running that deal again. So I'm about to sign up again because my plan.
It's kind of nice. Yeah, it's kind of nice when
they do deals like that. But also, if anyone has a Netflix premium account, let me know. I'll pay you the $8 so you can add me and have my own account.
There you go. No, I think that's the thing. The takeaway with it, because like there's no streaming service that's. Did you say
takeaway? Takeout.
Not you having a British moment calling it takeaway.
Do they really call it takeaway? Really?
I think so.
Yeah, right. Isn't it the British that call it takeaway?
I don't believe those are
Chinese
real people.
takeaway.
Oh yeah, let's have a good Chinese. The fuck is wrong with you guys? Germany, do your thing and start dropping bombs again.
This is very off topic, but you brought up AMC. Did you ever watch the Interview with the Vampire TV show?
I started watching it a little bit of the first episode, but I don't know why I turned it off. But
because you're homophobic,
right? Basically, but they do have on one of the services that I'm using. I think it's
It's on a couple other.
Yeah, I think it's on AMC Plus, but I think it's on MGM right now.
It was on Hulu
and I think
for a little bit too.
they're. Would you recommend it?
Yes, it's a really good show, and the third season is coming out this year, and I'm very excited.
Ooh,
damn!
That'll be my challengers of 2025.
I just love the Interview with a Vampire universe as a whole, anyway. Because Interview with a Vampire was a wonderful movie. That's my shit right there. I loved Queen of the Dam. Everyone talks shit on it. Queen of the Dam is a shit.
It's iconic. She had her moment.
That died, right?
Aaliyah.
Yeah. Okay. Was it good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very 90s, but it's good.
Gotcha.
But it's like, is it early? Is it?
So it's like very
early
Blade-ish?
90s? Is it late 90s or early 2000s?
Yeah.
Is it early 90s or late 2000s?
It should be.
I mean, late 2000s or early 2000s.
It should be early 2000s.
It's around, somewhere around there.
I just loved her makeup, and then that
outfit she wears.
And then I love how all the vampires always had their little inner corner.
Yeah.
Like, I need to find out the makeup artist to be like, who painted y'all? What makeup was that? Because I love that.
It was eating. It was a look for sure.
They ate, I fear.
So, I mean, okay, so what? Because I want to stay on Christmas. We got to bring it back always, right? I'm wearing this fucking hat.
As we do.
Bringing it back.
Do you think Frosty gets a boner with that carrot?
I think that carrot is his boner, right?
Oh.
We need to consult the Christmas experts. Hallmark. Let's get Hallmark on the line.
Wasn't there a Frosty the Snowman that was like a horror movie?
Jack Frost. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's a horror movie, right?
And he like rapes a woman.
Oh,
what the fuck, really?
Yes.
In the fucking...
Yes.
Who was the actor that
It's a wild ass movie.
No, but they played one, but that was like for kids, right?
Okay, so there's two Jack Frosts. There's a Jack Frost that's a horror movie, and it's Frosty the Snowman. And there's a scene in which he rapes a woman. And then there's Jack Frost with like Michael Keaton, which is a kids movie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh my God!
He rapes somebody else.
You brought up like a horror movie.
Disney? What?
You brought up a horror movie. I thought.
Yeah.
Oh,
but they're both called Jack Frost.
They're both called Jack Frost.
Holy shit!
So I'm sure that's a nightmare when someone's like, "All right, kids, put on Jack Frost," and if they're not paying attention and put on the wrong one, I'm sure that's traumatizing for these children.
Did you hear about the Wicked thing?
Oh yes, it was like a porn website.
What's the Wicked? Oh, the website that they put on the.
But then I
Barbies,
saw
right?
people saying that wasn't accurate. People were just typing in the wrong website.
But even then, it's still related.
I'm holding space for the Wicked porn website.
I'm holding space in queer media for Izzy's top hat. That interview is so like
iconic.
Yeah, she did her big one with that one.
Explain what the interview is, though.
We talked about this on the last episode.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's some
you'll
people
have to watch. You'll have to watch the last episode.
This is the people that there's some people that this is the first.
Yeah, if you're deaf, you better tune in. You better listen up.
So for those of you that do not know, there's an interview, and apparently it's very cringy. Like they're interviewing the cast of Wicked.
It's Ariana Grande and then Cynthia Erivo.
There you go.
As I have my Elphaba wand.
Right. And I have my witch pussy out and about.
Your grissy?
Yes.
Your green pussy?
Yes. Okay. Can we talk about that?
Yes.
So
are you
basically,
talking about
the whole how she was getting mad. So basically, Cynthia Erivo, who plays Elphaba in the Wicked movie, got very upset. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't really read into it, because I don't give a fuck about this shit. But
yeah,
she was getting very upset because I don't know if you guys know, Wicked was a book. Was a book, right?
It was a book, and then it was a Broadway play.
And then the Broadway play has a very iconic poster that has both of the people, both Elphaba and Glinda in it. And basically, the Wicked poster for the movie was kind of like that, but not really. And so someone edited it to look like the poster for the Broadway show. And Cynthia Erivo was very upset that happened. She just said it was an AI. It wasn't AI. It was an actual a person that does Photoshop that did it, that edited that poster like that. And then there was also AI videos.
But why was she mad though?
I don't know.
So basically, the poster is like Ariana Grande's character like whispering in her ear, and on the poster her witch hat is kind of like covering most of her face. But it's like it's a cartoon poster, right? Like somebody drew it for the Broadway play. I've seen it, So then somebody they kind of took the two of them took a similar picture, but it wasn't exactly the same, so somebody photoshopped it. It
was
to
like an homage,
exactly
if you
the
will.
Same. And so they kind of cover her face with the hat, right? And so she got all mad, and she was trying to say that like they were trying to erase her, and it's like, girl, it's not that serious.
It was not that deep.
They were just trying to recreate the poster.
And then there was also AI edits of her,
them like fighting,
of her as Alphaba, of Cynthia Erivo as Alphaba, and Ariana Grande as Glenda, like kind of doing that, and then they start fighting, but it's obviously AI. And then they would put like Ariana whispering to her, "Is your pussy green?" And then they would start tussling, and she took. This is not even a joke. She got so pissed at that.
Yeah.
And then I see stuff right now when they'll like take a picture of her and do something, and they'll be like, "Watch out, Cynthia Erivo's about to post you on your story, and and she's gonna have a fit." I don't know,
but I mean that's a thing, right? Because wasn't that the thing with Taylor Swift? Like there was fans like doing like porn of her.
Oh yeah, well they were doing AI generated porn of her. But it's also, I think it's also like, not to excuse any of this, but it comes with the territory. If you have people that like, I don't know if you guys, I think I'm probably dating myself here too, but I used to go online and people would make like fan art album art of different artists, and then even they'll take pictures, and if like they have a single that wasn't released as a song, and they'll make like a album art for it. And then these people that make this shit, like, it's super creative and super like, it legit looks professional. And it's like, you're basically like, and then it's like, I would like, if I was a celebrity like that and they were doing things like that, I would take it as like, damn, like, I can't believe I inspire these people this much that they're taking time out of their day to create things like this, instead of being like, "You're attacking me and my pussy isn't green," you know, like, come on, like, you know, like, come on.
I mean, I guess I could see like,
and just for the record, my pussy is green.
I'm just gonna make that a clip in itself.
Yeah, just by itself.
My pussy isn't green.
Just make that just like that by itself in my little face.
I would say so I'm trying to play devil's advocate both ways right now, in that like,
here we go
again,
the devil's advocate hour, in that like, I could imagine being bugged if you're like Taylor Swift and somebody's out there making porn of you going.
Well,
like,
there's a difference between someone making porn and making like fan edits. Like, have you seen? I don't know if you know. I think Yasmin and I know. On TikTok, have you seen when people make edits of people? And they'll literally do different clips and put like a song to it. And it's like, they're super fucking cool. I really love them. But it's like, I just don't understand how would you get mad at someone making an edit of you? I understand making them porn. So making porn, okay, that crosses a completely different line. But then making a fan edit of you, like, come on.
But it's also like, and this is where I'm not only saying this because we're on YouTube, but something I do appreciate about YouTube is it does give you a disclaimer when you watch a video. If it is something like that, because like before I post this thing, YouTube does ask you, hey, are you impersonating something else? Are you making AI images that you are representing somebody else? Or it does ask you a lot. So I know YouTube does give you some type of disclaimer when you watch a video like that. I don't know if TikTok does. I don't know if Instagram does. I just know YouTube does for sure. But the other thing I was going to say, like, it kind of does, like you said earlier, it kind of does come with the territory of it. Like, do you want to get, like, kind of these AI images and all this bullshit, like, all these rumors about you, you know, or do you want to work fucking 40 plus hours a week in a fucking factory somewhere, right? Yeah, like you made this fucking choice.
Yeah.
You know, and this is something that kind of pissed me off about like the Oscars with Will Smith, whatever, when he got slapped. He was like, "Oh yeah, like in this industry, you have to learn to become a victim or whatever. Like you're a fucking piece of shit. You know, you're an entertainer. That's what you are. You know, and like, do you want to do?
Someone agrees with me.
Do you want to do 40 to 60 hours a week in a fucking factory, in a warehouse or whatever, or like what would you rather do? And you've made that choice. You know, like it's not easy like being out here and working and for a living and all that. So I feel like
you could say that again, sister.
I feel like that comes with the territory. Like you chose this path. I don't know. Like I your life is easier. Mm-hmm. That's all I got to say. So if you got to deal with this.
These young kids, and I don't knock them at all. These young streamers, these young people that get famous on TikTok, they're like 20 years old making more in a month than I'll ever see in a year. Like, I'm not mad at them at all, but it's like
a lot of that's going to come with the territory.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, our job is hard." I'm like, "Baby,
it's like the
come
influencers.
work a warehouse job." You know what I'm saying? Like, go work a fucking 10-hour shift at a McDonald's and see if you really think your job as a streamer is that hard.
You know what though? I do have something to bring up that makes me think of, because I know these influencers go online and they constantly complain about how hard their jobs are.
Yeah.
And I will say, I recently posted a TikTok and I got like 2 slightly negative comments on it.
What did they say?
And I was like, you know what? Maybe these influencers are right, because this is pissing me the fuck off.
What happened?
I mean, it was nothing serious. But
what were the videos? What were the comments?
So every year, Josh's sister, Ashley, likes to have a cute little Christmas cocktail party in which everyone makes their own like cocktail and then you name it.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I thought, I told you about it.
You made 2 of them, right?
Yeah, because I made one last year too.
Them, yeah.
So I thought it would be cute to make a TikTok and be like, oh, I'm going to show everyone's drink and what they named it, and then like my rating of the drink, like whatever, the presentation, my personal rating, my personal opinions.
Your narrator, it's like, oh, judging TikToks or judging drinks.
It wasn't just me, because I read the comments on there and I was like, baby, why are these people getting salty?
Yes, okay.
They legit saw, and then you know what? I saw you clapping back, be like, then you should have been there, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, my bad. You made so you made that video. I actually do really like them though. Like I like, you made 2 of them, right? I really like both of them. Yeah.
So that's my annual thing. I'm like, I'm gonna make a cute little TikTok of us drinking our cocktails and me rating them, right?
Yep.
So I made my video and I rated everyone accordingly based on their presentation, based on the taste of the drink as well, right?
And you could tell, you were being honest. So you made these videos and you would say, hey, ratings my friends' cocktails, and then you would show what the drink looked like. You would rate it on presentation, and then you would rate it on taste as well.
Yeah.
And I would say it was pretty accurate in the way you would rate it, and like the facial expression you make when you fucking drink it. Yeah.
So if anything, one of my bitch ass friends started it. So one of my bitch ass friends commented on it. I'm just kidding. I love you if you're watching this, but he was like, "Oh, I feel like you lowballed Josh's sister, like her presentation of the drink or whatever."
Yeah.
Which I kind of did, I guess, in retrospect. But I was like, it's a TikTok. It's not that serious, right?
Okay.
So tell me why like 3 people responded to him and they were like, "Oh, for real?" And then some random girl was like, "Yeah, how did that get a low rating, but the sugar cookie one got such a high rating?" And then some random bitch I've never met in my fucking life replied to that comment, being like, "Well, that's because that's the drink that she made." And then that same random stranger responded back to that comment being like, "Oh, I thought that they were rating this as a group." You don't
Who the fuck told you that?
Thank you.
Who the fuck said that?
Thank you. Am I not?
I thought it was going crazy because I was reading your comments and I was like, and I didn't want to say anything, but I was going to ask you, like, do you know these people? Because I thought that those were like your friends or your friends of friends that had seen it, but I was reading these comments and I was like, oh,
those were random ass strangers commenting on my video. And okay, so the video. Yes, it's millennial core, but it got a good amount of views and likes, right? And so apparently that's what happens. I don't want to say like I went viral, but no, I'm just kidding. But I got these random ass people commenting and being haters. And then that annoyed the fuck out of me about the comment about my drink, because I'm like, well, yeah, of course I'm going to give my drink a high rating because I made it. I picked ingredients that I would like.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to give my drink a good rating.
I imagine, and I'm not talking shit in any way, but I imagine it's
I'm talking shit.
I imagine it's fucking, aggravating because you're not an influencer, like you're working the 40 hours a week.
Yeah, it's a personal thing.
Yeah,
it's
like it's just something I do for fun.
It's not like you were reviewing an actual brand, like
yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought it was very funny.
I literally got like 2 slightly annoying passive aggressive comments on a video, and I just thought about it all fucking day. And I was like, you know what? Maybe these influencers are right when they say that their jobs are hard.
And imagine being someone like Ashley Trevino that the whole fucking internet hates you and
then just getting comments being like, "You're ugly. You're this."
Oh God, don't go into her.
Oh, that's all.
She's literally a fucking troll from Texas, and it's just
Ashley
Trevino. Yes, don't. That's a whole
better or worse than the Hawk Tuah girl.
Oh, you know what? The Hawk Tuah girl, she made that little saying and she turned into a million. Hats off to you, Hawk Tuah girl.
You know what? They kind of deserved getting robbed, because if you bought freaking Bitcoin from the Hawk Tuah girl and you got robbed, that's on you.
I heard she's in trouble.
That's like you saying. That's like me selling y'all weight loss pills. If y'all buy them for me, that's on you.
I think it's hilarious because people were posting that clip of her and her voice. She sounds like a little like cartoon character. She has like such a cutesy little voice.
Does she really? I've never heard her talk. I just did the Hawk Tuah spit on that thing.
So there was a clip of her going around basically when someone was trying to call her out about like, dude, what the fuck is going on with this? And she was like, all right, you guys, well, I gotta go. I'm gonna hop off this stream, but I'll talk to you later. Good night. And then she literally just like click, goodbye.
Yeah,
like she just hang up on them.
She
took their money. She hung up on them bitches, and she still has their money.
Did
so
not give up.
You know what? I take back the negative things I said about her.
Right. Hats
She's
off to you, Hawk Tuah girl.
I was like, oh, I like the Hawk Tuah girl. I got dragged to this fucking podcast.
Once she started scamming people, I was like, okay.
Like I said,
she became
we
a
support
bad person is what I said.
we support women's rights and women's wrongs in this podcast.
Thank you.
And taking men's money, that's never wrong.
Yeah. Because, it was all like weirdo, like finance bros
that
were investing in a hot coin or whatever the fuck Tuah coin, whatever the fuck she was calling it.
Coin,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I get it. I know a lot of friends that have invested in like those like Bitcoin things.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to someone about that. Bitcoin, it's called
cryptocurrency. Yeah,
crypto. I talk to people and they're showing me invest. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm not, and I don't give enough fucks about it to start doing my research on it. It's just, yeah.
I don't get it in that like.
I don't get how it works. I don't understand it. I don't understand the question. I won't respond to it. It's just like I was telling, I think I tell you too. I
don't get the excitement and the amount of money you just spent on this because I'll talk to somebody and they'll be like, "Oh my god, it went up." I'm like, "Oh shit, dude! Like, what the fuck? Like, should I invest in this? Like, how much should you?" "Oh, I'm up like $12 a day," and I'm like, "Wait, what? Like, are you really getting excited about fucking $12?
Yeah,
you spent like $260 last week."
Yeah,
yeah,
and like I was telling Dan, and I think I've told you before.
Yep.
Like I see this like gambling, and it's like this is money that you have to be willing to accept to lose. Like you're most likely not gonna see it again, and it's like I can't afford to be like, yeah, I'm gonna gamble away or I'm gonna lose $200.
Yeah, that's
why like I don't gamble. I don't do anything. I'd rather go buy fucking $200 worth of fucking Little Caesars. You know what I'm saying? So at least I see something out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why when it comes to gambling and stuff like that, investing, like I just don't. If I can't see it and I don't understand it, and to my fault, I don't want to do the research on it. I'm sorry, I don't give enough fucks about it to be like, yeah, let me start investigating. No, baby, I want to play my Fortnite and suck some dick.
That's one of the things.
That's another clippable moment.
We're up on one of our next breaks here. One of the things I want to plug right now. It's a place that I like to go to.
Plug Tuah.
Hey, Plug Tuah. Hey, that's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
We're not calling it the Plug Tuah.
We're about to call it the Plug Tuah. So one of the places that I like to go, Andy has been there as well. Yasmin, we have yet to take you. It's called Top Deck Keep. It's a card shop in Riverside. So if you're into Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon,
anything nerd related, they have a lot of anime stuff.
They have a lot of anime stuff too.
Warhammer too. They have a lot of Warhammer figurines.
So it's like I said, it's a place I like to go. So if you're for any of your trading card needs or if you just want to stop by,
and they're very nice.
Very nice. Yeah. Something, I think it's like Frankensons, but without it being packed and filled with hipsters, as I say this with the hat.
But is Frankensons that small?
Frankensons, it just gets packed on the weekends.
But it's like the same thing, same layout on the same.
Well, it's the same like kind of like crowd you'll get.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know they do have tables so you can play those games. Right?
Yeah. We play Magic Gathering. Yeah. So any of your trading card needs, they're very, like you said, very friendly staff. They'll teach you how to play any of these games. And I can honestly say that because, I was fucking new and I went and I was like, I don't know how to play this. And they're very friendly. So, like I said, any nerd trading card need type of stuff, please check that out.
They have a lot of dice for Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons, yep, that too. Top Deck Keep in Riverside. All right, we will be right back. Yasmin, does that excite you, trading cards?
I'm so excited to learn about trading cards.
I think Yasmin would like it because it's right next to an Indian store.
Oh,
it actually is. Yeah.
And then I like it because there's a buffet. Not even 100.
Yeah,
there's something for all of us there.
Right. Yeah, they have a buffet. They have a pizza spot too. I want to check out. So,
ooh,
there we go. We'll plug that next. I'm sure.
Right.
All right, guys. We'll be right back.
I'll buy your little cast, but then I haven't looked.
I forgot I'm not wearing fucking.
Spin your hat around so
the buzz is kicking in.
The way your hat is like slowly shifting throughout the video. It's
forward,
backwards.
There we go. There we go.
Y'all motherfuckers know shit about fucking Jack Frost.
Right.
I was on Disney, all right? Wait, that was a Disney movie, right?
Sure. I don't know.
Jack Frost?
I watched the horror picture Jack Frost. I didn't watch the family-oriented one because I don't like Christmas movies, as we previously discussed.
Yeah, but you don't like what's that fucking Annie?
You know what movie I kind of like, but it's kind of like a weird guilty pleasure because it's low-key like a psychological horror when you think about it. Love Actually.
I've never seen it. Good?
No, it is good. It's very interesting. That's
that
one with.
It's a Christmas movie, technically.
Yeah.
Your eye makeup is eating.
Thank you.
Ooh. Thank you. I don't even fucking wear a whole lot, but
I'm gonna choose to ignore.
I tried to trim your eyebrows. You wouldn't let me.
Oh, I know. Why didn't you let her?
She said I started looking like the dad from American Pie.
Eugene Levy.
Oh,
he's an icon. First of all,
so I could keep the eyebrows.
Oh,
how's that going?
Oh.
No, yeah, just let her trim her eyebrows. She did a wonderful job on my eyebrows. Thank you, Yasmin.
But I've always I think so I'm not gonna lie, it kind of bugged me a little bit because I've always got a lot of compliments for my eyebrows. But now, like, you're saying
you have nice eyebrows. I'm just saying.
For the record, she says I have nice eyebrows.
You have
like
nice eyebrows.
It's like having a big lawn, but it's not being taken care of. Like what's the point?
All I'm saying is,
I legit wish I had your eyebrows. Your eyebrows are very thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you see like those older men and they have just like crazy long eyebrow hairs.
Okay.
But I feel like you might not necessarily have the eye to notice.
I'm starting to be an older man, so that's okay, right?
Yeah, so I can just trim your eyebrow hair just a little bit.
There's nothing wrong with aging.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. So the other day,
Siri, play Ribs by Lordy.
Because I feel like so
I love that song, by the way.
I don't even know if this is a tangent because I've never had it before, but it's been a thought in my head. And the other day, somebody was like, I was like, they asked my age. I was like, oh, I'm 35, and they were like, oh, you don't look 35, right? And they said, oh, you look like you're like late 20s, early 30s, and I was like, okay, like that's my turn to be like, oh my God, thank you or whatever. But I was like, I don't think there's anything wrong with being 35 and looking 35. I was like, that's kind of like
there isn't at all.
I mean, obviously there's a reason why somebody looks at it, right? Well, and then I think everybody wants to be like the younger version of whatever it is. Of course,
everyone wants to take the substance,
right?
Know?
Everybody wants to be a Debbie Moore, right?
Yeah,
she's really attractive.
But my thing is too because, working at a warehouse job, I think you'll agree.
Yeah,
you work with all different ages. You work with people that are like freshly 18. Up to senior citizens, and it's just crazy to me sometimes that I'm just like, I see these kids, literal kids, and I'm like, baby, we look the same age, and I'm literally like almost 20 years older than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if it's like environmental issues or just, and I think genetics does play a lot with it, but it's just sometimes just like, why are you 18 and you look 40 years old? Like, you do not look, you literally look like a middle-aged man. Right. And you're young, you know?
But everybody always has like a little something, right? Like I have
a little something. I'm 600 pounds.
No, but like for example, some people start balding when they're in high school.
Yes.
I have a friend, when I was like in my like early 30s, like 31, 32, he was like late 20s and he was graying like crazy. Yeah. And he just had that. Yeah. Like you could tell like he was young by looking at his face and everything. He just happened to have gray hair. So like everybody has like a little something.
I just feel bad because like I'm balding, but bitch, I'm already getting up there. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy seeing people that are like 25 and it's like,
I do feel like
Oh.
You know? I do feel like I kind of am at that point in my life where I feel like when I was like 25, I would take a selfie and it was good every single time. I never had to take more than one. And I feel like now I take a selfie and I'm like, who is this old woman looking at me? That's not me.
That. I just think because you look legit like beautiful in your pictures, but I just also think it's like a societal thing. Like you're just, and then we just like, we're like Demi Moore and that fucking, you're getting ready and then you could literally look perfect to whoever's looking at it. But to us, it's like, oh my God, I didn't like how I looked here. My nose looked crazy here. My eyes look crooked here. it's just like little things like that.
I think that also stems from like a past preconceived notion of age because when you see like, I mean, isn't the mom in Home Alone like 34 in that movie? Like, people aged much differently back then than they do now. You know what I mean?
Because I just think
not everyone.
I think it's just how style is, though.
And
because
style.
I think it has a lot to do with
because
style,
for us, like, if you look at videos and then go on YouTube, look at videos of like high schoolers in the 50s. They don't look like high schoolers. Just like in the 80s, too. You look at people in the 80s, and they legit look like adults. And then when we went to school, like, when I drive by high schools now, they literally look like, I'm like
children.
bitch, I can't believe these are teenagers. They literally look like elementary school kids to me.
Yeah.
So it's just, do you think, like, 20, 30 years from now, they're going to say the same thing? Like, oh, my God, they look so old.
So I think it has a lot to do with, like, the style. Because I was watching I think it was like a TikTok or something of the type, and they were showing like an ad for jeans in the 90s, and it was like they were showing it for like teenagers. They wanted teenagers to buy these jeans, but the way the mom's makeup, or my bad, the way the women's the models, the way their makeup looked, the way their jeans look, the way their hair look, they look older, but it was for teenagers. Mm-hmm. But we see them as older because of that specific style of like, oh, those are mom jeans. It's like, well, those jeans were once in, but now that they still wear them like they're in, it makes them look older. So it has a lot to do. But when you look specifically at these models, you're like, they're young.
Yeah.
But the style they have is older. So I think, so even earlier we were driving and we saw a guy with gauges on, right?
Oh, that gentleman.
So for you, and he was a good looking guy, yeah. But for you, that was like, oh my God. But like, I'm pretty sure if like a teenager saw him, they'd be like, oh, that's like the oldest guy I've ever seen.
Right.
Because he's wearing the gauges. It was very first time.
I think Yasmin and I were having this conversation. I need to stop going out in public because I literally turn the corner, I see a man, and I just fall in love. I think that's my problem. I think that's my issue. I think I have such a big heart and hole to fit all these men. It's, you know.
I think you need to start handing out business cards at this point.
So you find like both the 20-year-old attractive and the 45-year-old.
Yeah, the duality of man.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. 18 to 70. I don't know. The oldest I did was a very old man, but interesting.
What's like the oldest guy you'd see?
I legit was like 18 and he was like 50 something. It was in his 50s. But he said he was 40s, but he was. Oh wow. Yeah. And I felt bad.
So is that to say that you would go 60 something right now, or?
You know what? I'm open to it. Why not? Why not? It was just crazy because like, I don't know if I want to say this. I was like fucking the shit out of him, and he literally was like, oh. It sounded like he was like in really bad pain. Like it was. I don't think it was pleasurable for him. It was pleasurable for me because I got my fucking nut off. But he legit sounded like he was in pain, and I was like, oh, you got what you got what you're asking for, sweetie. I just will always remember that. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
What
were you doing?
If I were to tell you, I was just literally like fucking the shit out of him. Like,
you were going in on him.
Yeah,
okay, I thought my bad.
Imagine someone fucking you and they sound like they're dying.
No, I thought he was going in on you, and you turned around and like.
I know it's hard to believe, but I very rarely bought him. I know Izzy doesn't believe that. I think most people that know me, they think like I'm a full on bottom. I haven't been penetrated. The only people that fucked me recently have been the U.S. government. Like Uncle Sam's been fucking me good for a few years now.
Cheers. He's not a Republican. He just doesn't like paying taxes. No, because I imagine it's similar to my friend. So my friend, he's the top unless the guy is straight, in which case he bottoms. So he only bottoms for straight men.
Oh, love yourself. I know, and I'm the opposite. Actually, I love fucking quote unquote straight guys.
He'd be a great fucking guest on this podcast. I miss that guy.
I love fucking straight guys. I think it's hot.
Yeah, I see the fantasy of that.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You are that?
And then it's like
a straight guy? A gay man fucking a straight man?
No.
What am I?
I could see fucking a straight man. I was like, wait a minute. That's
you do fuck a straight man.
I'm saying from his perspective. I see the fantasy of that.
She's being an ally right now.
Yes, thank you.
She's being a non-binary ally.
I get that.
I'm just trying to put myself in his situation.
Yeah.
To better understand his predicaments.
But, what were we talking about before this whole thing?
Before
me fucking the shit out
of
we're
talking
60-year-old.
About aging.
Yes. Everyone listen to Ribs by Lordy. Okay, that song, I've always heard little clips of it, I finally listened to it yesterday while I was driving.
It's a good ass song.
I was like, oh, okay. Lordy, you did your big one. I'll let you silence me in the concert, okay? you keep on pushing out those songs. I'll let you do whatever the fuck you want at your concerts.
It's Lord, right? Lord?
Mm-hmm.
I call her Lordy.
Lordy?
Because I only have one Lord and Savior.
Oh, has an E at the end, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I say Lordy.
I remember I was watching like a South Park episode where they were talking about her. I know when it was like Stan's dad or whatever.
I just wonder, like, with these celebrities, when you get made fun of, like, on a Saturday Night Live or a South Park, like, is that like a compliment or are like, I wonder if people like, I feel like most of them do genuinely get butthurt, you know?
Yeah. My favorite one was the Al Gore one.
You
remember the South Park Al Gore one? So they had
the Man Bear Pig.
So like it was like 15 years ago they were making fun of him and they were like, and it was the inside joke was that in the episode Al Gore was talking about some man bear pig and they could never find it, and that was supposed to be like global warming or
look at them now, who's getting the last laugh.
And so like 10 years later they made another episode apologizing for it, and essentially man bear pig was real and it was like fucking everybody up and then but anyways the best part of the whole thing was that Al Gore, after they made the episode like apologizing to him, he recognized it. He goes it was a hard time back then, but now like, it was kind of nice they made an episode like telling me, I'm sorry or whatever. But it was cool seeing like Al Gore talk about South Park. So yeah.
Not to be like a celebrity defender or anything like that, but it's like I just wonder how like for example, we're Lana fans. When she did that horrible Saturday Night Live, and that was all on her. That was all on her. But
it was kind of iconic.
It was
still.
iconic. It was so bad. Just
for those of you watching
that are heterosexual,
that have never seen,
that are straight men,
they've never
for our 5 straight male listeners,
have never seen the Lana Del Rey
Saturday
SNL. So wait, what happened?
So basically, she did
it was video games, wasn't it?
These are all alleged because I have not done any research. I did see it though, but it was terrible. So she basically she was the musical guest for Saturday Night Live, and
so she didn't do like the introduction or anything.
No. She was just a singer.
Okay.
And then because every week they have the person that's hosting and then a musical guest.
Yeah.
And she was a musical guest for that week, and this is just if I'm remembering correctly, this is all alleged, so don't say that I said it was fact. But I guess according to the people that did that scheduled everything, she did not come in for rehearsals. She did not do any sound checks or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so she performed her 2 songs, and they were fucking shit. They were literally they were so bad they became iconic because even they have gifs. I'm pretty sure you've seen the gifs of her spinning around in a glittery dress, or you've seen videos of her spinning around in a glittery dress. They're from the Saturday Night Live performance, and like legit, it was so bad that like she got so much shit for it that she basically like stopped touring North America for like. I think it's like the last 10 years.
Yeah, she just barely started touring again.
Coming back over here because how much backlash she got from that performance. But then again, I'm like, and then that's what I'm saying. If this is correct, like, ma'am, I'm pretty sure they offered you to do a sound check, to go and do all this stuff, and you didn't choose to do it, and you were like, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking wing it. Like, what can you do? In
her defense, Saturday Night Live does have a bad history of not great live performances, which could fall on them as well.
I remember seeing, and this is going to date me so bad, I remember seeing the Ashley Simpson thing.
I knew you
live.
were going to say that.
That shit was
that
so
was
SNL?
Yes.
Oh, that was SNL.
And then her little jig that she did.
Great.
And they legit.
Great. He just aged all of us. Way to go.
Now everyone's going to know we're millennials.
Right, because no one even knows who Ashley Simpson is.
We just lost anymore. Gen Z right now.
Right. God damn it, Gen Z. Yeah, and then I don't think she ever even recovered from that because I know for sure. I think she's huge in Europe, but I think over here no one takes her seriously. No one, and even now, Jessica Simpson was a fucking icon. Where is she at now? Where are you, Jessica Simpson?
You know what though? If we're being real, no shade to Miss Simpson. She had a couple bangers, but compared to her opponents at the time, there was just no fucking way that it was happening because she was going up against prime Britney, Christina, Mariah. Yes. Jennifer Lopez. This was when like all of them were just like fucking killing it.
I don't know her,
but okay.
I don't know her.
No. Well, Mariah,
but yeah, she didn't stand up. She had a couple of songs that were like okay in my opinion, but she didn't stand a chance.
If you like, and I think you'll like it. Just listen to her first album, Autobiography. That's such a good album. And you know what's crazy?
About Ashley Simpson,
yes, I legit hated Ashley Simpson because I was like a stupid little like teenager watching that shit, and I was like, she's just a stupid bitch. Like, I used to like I would never do it online, but I always just be like in person and be like, she's such a stupid bitch, like just riding her sister's coattails. And now that I think about it, bitch, if I was famous, I would do the same fucking thing. I don't give a fuck. Now that I would like, think about things as an adult. But then I literally like, I was like, you know what? Fuck this bitch. I'm going to download her album so I can see how fucking shitty it is. Baby, why do I still listen to that album? That album is still so good.
Are you talking about
Ashley Simpson's Autobiography?
Yeah,
she has a Barbie. Wait. I was thinking about.
Well, I think it's because that pop punk style is like iconic now. You know what I mean? It's one of the reasons why we could look back and be like, damn, that shit was a fucking slapper. Because I went through the same thing with Fall Out Boy. I remember like when I was a teenager, like, oh, dude,
they're fucking whack.
All my friends right now are making fun of me right now for saying I like Fall Out Boy because at that time, like, you were fucking you're gay as fuck.
Shit,
gay as fuck, yeah.
Straight man's prison.
Right.
I was able to enjoy Fall Out Boy in peace.
No, yeah.
In your Christian high school,
I'm
surprised.
Okay, so the band that I was like super open about and that I liked and I still got so much shit for was Blink-182. It's one of my favorite bands, but even back then, like, it was all about metal. Like, if it was anything other than metal or fucking gangster rap, it was gay.
And you know what? That guy's a piece of shit. The one that did Angels and Airwaves.
Oh, Tom DeLonge?
Yeah. But look at all the shit coming out about the UFOs and the drones. He was on it. He was on it.
Yeah. So
I'll give him his props when they're due. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just spilled a little beer on me. It's fine. Not you calling attention to me.
Did you just splash to a squirt on yourself?
I think I did. I fear I did.
We talked about we talked about what's his name? Jack Sparrow too much. Not Jack Sparrow. What's Orlando?
Nosferatu.
No, Orlando Bloom's character.
Legolas.
William Turner.
We were talking about William Turner.
Right.
And
yeah.
There she goes.
I was having flashbacks.
Right.
Ironically enough, I actually edited that part out of the last podcast.
Did you? I haven't watched it yet.
I could talk about.
She's over here spraying like a shook up soda can
about me being horny for William Turner. Why did you have to edit that out? Did I say something bad?
It's just so funny.
Just the fact that a woman can make a sexually suggestive remark is too much for this podcast.
No, because I had too many questions.
Oh, you were asking me if I jerked off to him, like your friend who jerked off to Robert Plant?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I just it's so interesting. It's so funny that you use like I jerked off to him.
Oh,
like,
jerking off is gender neutral.
Yeah. I agree.
What really? Women say jerk off?
Now I say I flick the bean too. I've seen like
bumper stickers with like flowers that say like fucking suck my dick or something like that.
How empowering.
I know, right?
Yeah, I feel like jerking off is gender neutral for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
There's just something kind of comic about it. Comical.
Yeah.
But also something empowering at the same time.
It's called being a man.
I don't know if I'd call it that, but
yeah, whatever. No, so something before we leave. So I actually have a story. So any of my friends watching this that used to know me when I was a teenager, I used to be in a band.
What was the band's name? Oh God! Let's get ready to censor it.
The band's name was Sardis. It was named after one of the churches in Revelation.
Okay.
It was yeah.
We all have our own traumas to go through. Okay.
No, it was
Let's
a metal
unpack
band.
that.
Yeah, so Sardis was seen as one of the churches that like failed Christ or whatever. So we were like metal, and we were like, we're gonna name it Sardis.
And we're gonna
after Revelation. Christ. Anyways, but we for one of our first shows, we were supposed to show up to soundcheck. We were in a place like this venue it was somewhere in like LA County, and we were supposed to show up at like 4:30. Like this is how fucking traumatizing it was for me that we were supposed to show up at 4:30. But the night before, we were so excited that we were going to play a venue that we got super fucking hammered. So we woke up late. We didn't wake up till like fucking 2, and even then we had to load up the equipment
and then drive all the way out.
Drive down there. So by the time we got there, we only got there like an hour before our start time, which was like 6 or 7 or whatever. And so we missed sound check, and it sounded so bad that like one of my I played a wireless system for my guitar. So like it's like essentially like how do you hear the guitar? It's like you want to use like a cord, which is like the most efficient way. But I had a wireless system, so I could like move around the stage a little more. And we didn't sound check it, and the whole time, so throughout the whole show, you could just hear like a ringing the whole
feedback,
time.
yeah.
And then, like pun intended, the feedback I heard about the show was like, you guys sounded good. However, we can hear feedback, like a screeching feedback in the whole during the whole entire show. So, in short, show up for sound check. You're never too good enough. Please show up for sound check.
Or maybe, and because you might end up marrying an alligator wrestler.
Oh yeah,
a Republican.
But you know what though? That's so on brand for her to do some weird shit like that.
It really is to do some random. Yeah,
she's living her best side quest life.
Is that okay? But is that like okay? So,
but I just feel like she's also like Grimes, because I guess apparently Grimes, like if she comes from millionaires.
Yeah.
And then she's over here like, oh, I was struggling, and baby, you're a trust fund baby. Get the fuck out of my face. Grimes makes amazing music. I'll give her that.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know what they're talking about, and I only know because they told me this earlier, so we apologize because you guys are going off on your gay stuff.
It's gay
stuff. Lana Del Rey
is married to a Republican. That's what they're talking about.
He's an alligator wrangler.
No, he does like the tours in Florida, like the swamp tours.
Oh, God.
There you go. Is he a good-looking guy?
No. I'll show you a picture.
Really?
He legit looks like
he's not muscular, no tattoos.
No, he literally looks like a 50-year-old. He looks like he fit in right into any Walmart. And but okay,
let me see it.
I'm pulling it up.
Lana Del Rey, she grew up. She comes from money. Grimes comes from money as well. They just try to act like, oh my God, I had to struggle.
He just looks like an insanely average white guy.
Oh, he does look like a
below average white guy.
Yeah. Can I be honest with you though?
You'd smash.
Speak your truth.
No. She's not that far from him. In that photo you show me.
I will not tolerate the Lana slander. That's not what this podcast is about.
And especially, I feel like, especially after she got married, I feel like it's something changed. Maybe he's doing something good to her, because I feel like she's changed. Like, she looks younger now. She looks like,
You're okay, so no. And I'm saying this. Okay, so we were in Vegas a couple weeks ago, and we were at that seafood boil. It's like a legendary seafood boil spot.
Oh, so good.
So behind you, there was a couple, and they look almost exactly like that. Like as far as like, you know what I'm talking about? Like
what? Hell yeah.
So he was, he was wearing like fucking like camo fucking frontward hat, whatever, and she was fucking scorching, and the math was hard to do for me because I'm like, this is like a weird looking like fucking like white dude, and like she's just scorching hot. And I don't get it. But now that you show me that, I was like, maybe I get it a little more. Like, but you've seen that couple, right?
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
But then you get it then, no?
I see the vision. I'm not saying I agree with her, but I'm just saying this is very on brand for her, and I see the vision. For her to just marry some weird-ass white guy. That's very on brand for her.
Oh, very true.
Okay.
That's why all of her tours are in the fucking...
We'll all marry weird-ass white men.
We can only hope. That's why all of her fucking tours are in the Bible Belt now, and she refuses to fucking come to California anymore.
She doesn't support us anymore.
Or in our liberal
What's
agenda.
The Bible Belt? Why does that sound familiar?
The Bible Belt is like all those states in the South that are super red, conservative, religious states.
God bless them, because they're going to need it.
Thoughts and prayers.
Right. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers are out of network.
So he's not attractive at all. Okay, so if you guys find him attractive in any way, let us know in the comments.
If you find me attractive in any way, please. I haven't had action in a while. Please.
I thought
the only action I get is when I get like an extra bag of fries in my orders.
When you get like regular fries and you find like a couple of curly fries on the bottom, you're like,
God, oh shit. I legit almost come. I'm like,
You're like.
I'm reliving.
What?
You were like that guy that you fucked the shit out of years ago.
I'm telling you, I wish I could recreate how he sounded, because it. You know when people moan and it's like a good moan, it legit sounded like I was killing him, and I was like, "Sir, you're the one that wanted this fucking 18-year-old dick. Like, you know, like you hit me up, I didn't hit you up, so you better take it."
I don't know this man and I don't know your situation, but I wonder if maybe, so he's like a little bit older. He's trying to fuck a younger guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he was having some sort of like crisis of his sexuality, and he's like, I'm going to fuck a man to see if I feel anything. and then lo and behold, you show up, you
And
fuck
now-
the shit
and
out
now
of him, and
now
now he's
happily
married.
And he hates every he hates every gay Mexican he comes across.
But I also bet. I mean, fuck. Like I also feel like that's one of those things of like he's always wondered that, and
And he found out.
Yeah,
And you know what?
out.
I think if more people did that, we're just like, you know what? I'm having curiosity. Let me try it out. Why not? I just feel like so many people would just be like, oh, and I know men that are like that are like, oh, you fucked a guy once, you're gay. And they would have that stigma, you know what I'm saying?
Not both of us.
Right. Oh.
Oh.
I'm not like a rocket scientist or
Right.
like a doctor, but I'm pretty sure if you're a man that likes
If you haven't
having sex with other men,
not
that
liking
makes you
it,
gay.
they're curious and they experiment let's say 2 times. You consider that person, and after that they never have sex with a man again. Is that enough for them to be tainted? To be
at least bisexual.
But if they never have sex with a man after that, they were like, you know what? I was curious. I thought I had feelings. I thought I was going to enjoy it. I did not like it at all, and I would never have sex with a man again.
Look, bisexual.
Didn't he
You
say
see
he
these
would?
little
No.
gay cages.
Didn't he say he gave like a one-time pass? I thought he
I
said that
did-
there
I
was
did
an
give
exception for a one-time
Yeah,
pass.
I
But
did
it's
get-
because it's
I-
2 times. After the second time,
But what
time
if
you
it's
like it.
what if it's the same guy?
Yeah.
Even though you only had sex twice, but
Yeah, so what he's talking about, there was one of our early episodes, which first of all we have to give a big thanks to everybody, because I was thinking about Dan, and I was thinking that it'd be really good to have Dan on here because Dan was a fan.
he's been a fan since
the beginning.
original.
Yeah. Since
He knows our lore.
since
Right.
we had so for those of you who don't know, before this was they also have what was it? Gay phone charger.
Yeah. Oh, my
That was
God.
another one.
That's still I come prepared and
Calling my mom.
oh my God, that was
Oh, that was top 5
was
moments
iconic.
for sure.
If we're
That was literally
gonna talk about that, we're gonna leave Mexican anal in, okay? But anyways,
I don't see why we have to rope my trauma in.
Right.
Anyways.
the fake pussy. What's it called?
Oh, the Fifi.
The Fifi. The Fifi.
Your neighbor's Fifi.
Oh, the Fifi.
Yes, the neighbor that molested you.
No,
Yes,
we're
I
leaving
forgot about that,
we're
Lord.
leaving all of this in. Okay,
The neighbor
okay.
that showed Izzy how to really be a man.
We're leaving all of this in. Okay.
It just reminds me. Have you guys ever seen that YouTube comment where you're like, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
real gangster stuff." My neighbor was in jail. He got molested. He's pretty cool.
So ironically enough, I still have Jesus, one of our listeners. He actually will still send me memes about Fifis.
Oh,
Aw.
fuck yeah! Jesus, you're
I
my
kinda
hero.
love
Follow
that,
me.
though.
Yeah, but anyway, okay. So
And
we're
hit me
leaving
up
all
for a
of this in.
blowjob.
We're all in it. But I want to say thank you for for anybody that understood any of that. Those are for
If you understood any of those references, like legit,
Check into
you're
a mental
real one.
hospital.
Right,
First of all.
right.
Get help, first of all.
after you're done drinking the night, when you're hungover tomorrow.
Right
check
after
it.
you're done contemplating
help.
your life.
No.
Yes.
So yeah. So for those of you that were fans before we went to visuals, before we had these cameras up, we were just once upon a time audio only, and Dan was one of those guys. Yeah.
Audio to it. Listen to that thing.
Wait, what?
We are not making this a
I'm
fucking
gonna
thing, bitch.
start. I'm just start doing random. I'm gonna make things just random to it things.
But yeah, no. So I was thinking about that earlier, and I was like, damn. I was like, there's people that listen to this whole thing before the fucking.
I know Dan's been a fan since day one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dan.
We need to have. I'm
Shout
telling
out to
you, I love. That's
Yeah.
my baby brother. We need to have him on. And I'm telling you,
Dan,
like,
we
I
have
think.
Alyssa. That's the
Yeah.
other one.
We definitely need to have Alyssa. No, but it's just like Dan has such a. I think we have similar personalities, but I feel like Dan's the kind of person you just right away you just love him. And me, I
He's
feel
a
like
very likable guy. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like I'm the opposite. I feel like I have to grow on you in order for me to like
I don't
you.
think so because literally everyone that's ever met you loves you.
And it's
I
crazy.
mean, you've only been around like my friends and family once, and everyone was obsessed with you and still talks about you.
Oh, thank
So
you.
was it me finishing the half a Jameson bottle? Okay, I see how it is.
That was memorable on a different note.
You were memorable.
It was memorable.
for breaking the table as the cake was on.
That was Frank.
Oh,
was
you're
Frank.
right. You're right. Shout out Frank. He's in.
I know, I
he's in
remember-
Liberal Central now.
Yeah. So
I still think it's hilarious that at my birthday party, me and Taylor's birthday party, it was
Yeah.
like me, Taylor, and then you got the drunkest out of everybody at the party.
But you guys were so drunk.
It's because Izzy knew he had a DD. That's why.
Yeah.
And even if I wasn't there, he still would have got shit faced. So I love it.
I do like some good Irish whiskey. What can I say?
I think you had some Pink Whitney that night.
Yeah, you wanted
in solidarity.
In
honor of me.
And I'm one that likes to sit here and think like I'd never give in to peer pressure. No, you fucking definitely peer pressure me. And
you know what? I will say that when I drink, I'm a fucking bully and I'm aggressive as fuck.
You made me take 2 shots, knowing that I'm trying to save myself, trying to abstain from alcohol.
but what's funny if you really think back on it, we were like, me and Eddie were like, "Fuck yeah, we'll take shots for you."
I know.
Yeah. After one ask, like,
I'm like, "Hey, do you guys want to take a shot of Pink Whitney?" You're like, "Okay."
No fucking way, I'm not taking that shot.
No, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. I'm not going to say yes. I can't say no to you now.
Even Miss Shenny had a couple shots of Pink Whitney.
Right.
That's how you know.
I love it.
But no, I think we're good. I think that's.
I gotta pee again. So
yeah, we're gonna wrap up the episode. We're 2.5 hours in. No, my bad.
Have a good night. This was actually fun. I enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have anything extra to say?
We hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year because it'll be posted somewhere there.
Happy holidays.
I'm not
gonna say anything specific. So whatever you celebrate.
I love that. Yeah, whatever you celebrate, honestly, because I'm not religious. So happy holiday, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa. What's an Andy holiday? Give a guy a heart attack. A holiday. I thought it was gonna be like National Cheesecake Day or something. National Pizza Day. That's my. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but we have to break that story down more. I'm just picture
to be continued.
What story?
Huh?
What story?
The one of you fucking the shit out of that guy.
Oh God! Don't.
Because like for some reason, okay, so you said you were like young, so I picture like.
So I was not as fat as I am now.
So I picture like a 20-year-old Andy.
Yeah.
Just bending over some like 65-year-old man. Okay, that's what.
Like literally, that's what it was, and I was like fucking the shit out of him. I was like, I don't know if I was like going to town.
Anyways,
I'm like 90% sure he shit on my dick. Sorry, I don't use condoms. Sorry, woke fucking media, woke liberals. I don't use condoms.
I'm no doctor, but what the fuck did you think was going to happen?
Right. But I'm just saying when back when I would do those things,
yeah.
I would make sure that I was cleaned out. I was, so there would be no accidents. I wish people were more considerate.
Nothing says Dao Dazed like maybe I should have worn a condom.
Right, exactly.
That's just like our philosophy at this point.
Yeah. That's a holiday spirit.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm so. You have no idea how thankful I am that I have never caught anything. I've never even had like the damn clap, Yeah. And it's like that's very rare for someone in my community and the service I do to the homeless and the military, because those are the breeding grounds.
If anything, I feel like Veterans Day is your true time to shine. That's really your holiday.
Yeah,
and 9/11.
Yeah, that's
a lot of sad veterans that day.
Gay Sites 2020.
I need to turn straight 2025 once January 20th hits.
That's your New Year's
pussy.
resolution.
Where the pussy at?
All right, guys. Well, fucking happy holidays, as Yasmin.
Happy non-denominational holidays.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I just can't say
Merry Christmas.
We hope you have a good New Year's. And wait, we got to talk about real quick resolutions, right?
It's too early for resolutions.
No, but when people watch this, though,
to not kill myself.
I'm actually going to make effort to lose weight this year, because it's ridiculous now.
6-pack? Talking about 6-pack?
Oh no, not that much, but
no. I was talking about what I want to drink tonight.
Oh, but at least I'd like to get down to a svelte 400 pounds. I don't want to waste away,
Yeah, and I want to make more episodes for you guys, so. Hopefully you see us on a weekly basis.
And I want someone to huck to a spit on that thing.
All right, guys. Happy holidays.
Bye. Love you guys. Honestly, I really do. Follow me. I want to suck some dick. Hey, if you don't say anything, if you don't advertise, you don't sell. Please fuck me. Please.